Number 66, right tackle. Tight end is Mitch Lang. Number 20, quarterback Wyatt Ringer. He's number 21. Wide receivers, Joseph Santiago, Jarrell Leeper, and Dylan Porto are the wide receivers, and the running back is number 33, Jacob Hilton. For defensively for the Mustangs, left defensive end, number 14, Lucas Ferens. Defensive tackle is John Deek and Jaden Tucker. And the other defensive end is A.J. Sumter. Linebackers from left to right, Dan Carney, Billy Barton, Brian Yorchek. Defensive back, Chajai Hooper, Keandre DeShields, Jaden Pratt, and, of course, Rodney Gallagher. Offensively for the Mustangs, left tackle is Colton Cole, Billy Barton, left guard, Caleb Glebus is the center, Cam Bradley, right guard, A.J. Sumter is the right tackle, and Caden Friel is the tight end. Wide receivers, Jaden Pratt, Joe Chambers, Keandre DeShields, and Matt Lucas. Running back tonight is John Pyro they have listed at running back. John Deek, sorry.
Is the fullback.
Is the fullback.
Tajai Hooper's the tailback tonight.
Tajai Hooper is it. Oh, okay. They switch. Yeah, there it is over on the right. And Rodney Gallagher is the quarterback.
And the Mustangs, Steve, they won the toss. They want the football to get this game underway. They'll defend the goal to our left, and their away whites, blue numbers, trimmed in red. Beaver, as Steve mentioned earlier, looking a lot like the Uniontown Red Raiders. Those home maroons, white numbers on the jerseys, and white pants. Beaver defending the goal to our right. Again, our live video stream, courtesy of the Lansing Academy of Dance, Uniontown Printing Press, John and John attorneys at law, Laurel Highlands School District, Laurel Highlands Athletic Department, and Laurel Highlands football boosters were set to go. And it's Connor Masters to send it away here for Beaver, and a little squib kick, trying to keep it away from Gallagher on the far side. Mustangs scoop it up. That's Hooper at the 25. A little stutter step across the 30 and up to the 34-yard line. So a good run back there from Tajai Hooper, and that's where Laurel Highlands will start 1st and 10, working left to right as we describe it, just shy of the 35-yard line.
And you show a lot of respect for Gallagher there, but you're kicking it to Hooper, who is terrific, converted running or wide receiver. They moved him to tailback for the last couple games, and he can make things happen with the football. But good field position to start for the Mustangs.
And a great atmosphere here at Beaver High School tonight. Laurel Highlands with Gallagher out of the shotgun. Looks like Hooper off to his left. 3 wideouts, twins to the near side. That's the wide side of the field as Rod awaits the snap. Gets it, a little play fake, and Rod will spin off a defender, come forward, and maybe get a half of a yard there. So a little delay there, Steve, on the read option, and the Mustangs lucky to just get across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just a good read there by the defense, by the Bobcats, as they're able to make a nice play.
And Rod over 1,000 yards passing and 1,000 yards rushing during the regular season. Just the 13th player in WPIAL history to accomplish that feat. He repositions Hooper off to the right. Twin receivers to each side on the 2nd and 9. Rod takes the snap. They're coming after him. Flushed out to the near side on the run. Heaves it up into the air, and the pass falls incomplete. It went wide of the intended wide receiver. Matt Lucas actually threw it into the Beaver sidelines. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9. But we do have a flag on the play. Yeah. Flag thrown back at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, just about a yard past the line of scrimmage. You wonder if that's an illegal man downfield.
You're right on that?
Yeah.
I think Beaver will accept it. They will. And they'll push Laurel Highlands back. So would you rather have 2nd and 14 or 3rd and 9? I'm almost surprised there, Steve, they wouldn't have just taken the 3rd and 9.
No, they might decline it. Yeah, I'm surprised because – Gallagher, let's face it, what he does, it's big play. So if he gets loose, it doesn't matter whether it's 3rd and 9 or 2nd and 14. You're giving them an extra down to make something happen.
Triple right formation, now 2nd and 14. Line of scrimmage, Laurel Highlands 31. Now we'll send Jaden Pratt in motion to the far side. Mustangs got Uniontown to jump off sides a couple of times with that last week. Beaver not biting here as Rod takes the snap. Has some time, hangs in the pocket, has a day and a half to throw the football. Now he'll roll out to the near side. Little pump fake. They're coming after him. Has to let it go this time, and this time he will throw it away. Again, Lucas, the closest Mustang in the vicinity, but those Laurel Highlands wide receivers, Steve, just couldn't get open down the field.
No, couldn't get any separation. Good coverage by the Bobcats. And Gallagher had, like you said, all day to throw. but he had no running lanes. They were really kind of almost not rushing him, just kind of keeping their contain. And not a bad strategy from the Bobcats to basically let Gallagher stay back there and throw and not put pressure on him.
Now 3rd and 14. Again, Hooper off to the right of Gallagher. Twin receivers to each side from the 31. Rod takes the snap again, has a lot of time, trying to set up the middle screen. It goes to Hooper. Little running room here at the near side at the 35-40. Spinning forward. Gets down to the 43-yard line. Needed 14. Got 12 in an interesting situation here, Steve. A 4th and 2 for Laurel Highlands approaching midfield.
4th and 2. We've seen a lot of bad things happen on punts. I know we talk about it all the time. Just so many things can happen. And I think you got to go for it here. At least try to get them to jump. If you're going to punt, might as well try to get them to jump off sides first.
They're going to keep the offense on the field. 90 seconds in. 4th and 2 for Laurel Highlands from their own 43-yard line. They need the 45 for a first down. Same formation, twin receivers to each side. Now coming in motion, Matt Lucas. It looks like Laurel Highlands jumped off sides.
Yeah, number 59 for the Mustangs.
Cam Bradley coming across. So false start penalty, and the 4th and 2 becomes a 4th and 7, and they might have to punt here.
Well, still at midfield, I mean, you know, not much wind. We were down there. The wind, whatever wind is in their face.
They're going for it. They're 0-10 all time in the WPIL playoffs, rolling the dice here early on. 10-10 left here in the opening quarter. 4th down and 7. Rod takes the snap, rolls to the far side. Rod throws on the run, has a man open. Jaden Pratt stays in bounds and has a first down in Beaver territory down to the Bobcats' 46-yard line, but we do have a flag on the play.
And that flag came in very late.
Did Rod get roughed?
No. It was at the line of scrimmage, so that may be an illegal man downfield again.
It is.
Yeah. A slow developing play, and the linemen have to hold their ground. Now they're going to have to punt.
So it was 4th and 2, now 4th and 12, 2 minutes in. And a line of scrimmage now back to the 33-yard line. And not much of a choice here now for the Mustangs. They'll have to punt with Dylan Porter and Wyatt Ringer back deep to receive here for Beaver. The Mustangs with Ben Diamond standing back at the 18-yard line. Clean snap coming back to Ben. They're coming after him, but he gets it away. A little bit of a short punt. It's right before midfield, but Beaver's not going to be able to field it. Laurel Highlands will down it here at the 42-yard line. So Beaver will start 1st and 10 when we come back. Scoreless, 9:51 left here in the first. We're back in 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
There are many reasons people in Fayette County seek the legal services of John & John Attorneys at Law. Their practice areas include, but are not limited to, personal injury, Social Security and workman's compensation, real estate, wills, probate of estates, as well as divorce and custody. Attorneys Simon V. John, Ann N. John, Bernard C. John, and their support staff strive to bring you the highest level of experience, expertise, and integrity. John & John, Attorneys at Law, phone 724-438-8560.
Just a 25-yard punt from Ben Diamond. And, Steve, we mentioned that Wyatt Ringer had been banged up. It will be Isaac Poopy, the 5'11", 150 junior, that'll get the start here at quarterback for the Bobcats. And they'll start this out of a semi-loaded pistol as Poopy awaits the snap. He'll get it. Inside handoff going here to the near side. Jacob Hilton with a nice run down close to midfield. Give Hilton 7. Hilton had a couple of big touchdowns last week against Blackhawk. Just 3 rushing touchdowns for the season. 2 of them came last week. It's been so much, Steve, Ringer on the ground this year that Hilton hasn't had an opportunity to get featured until last week.
Well, Hilton, 6'2", 190, senior. That's a big running back for high school football. And that's a pretty nice size running back for college football. And, he's running downhill, and that's what they are going to do. They're going to try to keep the clock moving.
So the backup quarterback, Isaac Poopy, another inside handoff and lowering the helmet and just getting back to the line of scrimmage that time was Poopy. Maybe got a yard. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 3. A.J. Sumter brought him down.
That was your check, Brian. That came in number 10. Just smashed him from the outside linebacker position. Got the initial hit.
And Sumter finished him off here on the near side.
Your check looked like he got shot out of a cannon coming in there in the backfield, but still it's a 3rd and short.
Might be 4-down territory here for the Bobcats as well. First home playoff game they've had here at Beaver since 2013. Mustangs only had one home playoff game in school history. That was back in 04, and here's Poopy out of the gun. A little pitch going off to the far side. Hilton again has a first down and more in a Mustang territory inside the 45, down to the 43-yard line. Needed 3, got 7 as the Bobcats move the sticks.
Well, we've seen it a lot at times. The Mustangs have had a lot of difficulty stopping the run, especially teams that can run the ball well. If you remember the Ringgold game, and of course, obviously the 3 games that they lost, but they have had their troubles. And with a good running back like Hilton, you got to be a little concerned right now on the Mustang sideline.
Have not seen Wyatt Ringer out there on offense yet for the Bobcats. He is standing next to head coach Court Rouse on the sidelines. Bobcats take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 7:52 left here in the first. Scoreless. Beaver and Laurel. Highlands are back in 60 here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
November is Truck Month at Thurby's Riverside Ford. This is the time and this is the place. The best-selling truck on the planet for 44 years. With Truck Month incentives, get 0% Ford credit financing for 60 months on new 2021 Ford F-150s in stock. Ford F-150, the toughest truck for the toughest jobs. During Truck Month, take advantage of 1.9% Ford credit financing plus $500 Ford factory incentives on all new 2021 Ford Ranger, Bronco, Sport, Explorer, and Edge. Come and experience your presidential award-winning dealer, Thurby's Riverside Ford, 1 mile past Lady Luck Casino. Approved Ford Motor Credit financing required. Offer ends November 30th, 2021.
Back here after the Beaver timeout. Another nice inside run for Jacob Hilton down inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line. 18-yard gain from Jacob Hilton. You mentioned the big back, Steve. Looking impressive early on.
Well, he's 6'2", 190, and he looks like just he kind of glides through the line like an old Eric Dickerson kind of run, just straight up and down, and just kind of moves forward quickly, but he's not afraid to hit people.
Isaac Poopy, the quarterback of 5'11", 150 juniors, attempted just 16 passes all year and doesn't have to when he's getting good running like this from Jacob Hilton, who picks up another 4 down to the 20-yard line to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Well, we've seen this, like I said, a couple times this year, and the Mustangs, they get kind of beat up a little bit against the run, and then all of a sudden then they kind of stiffen and maybe they make some adjustments. So let's see what happens. The coaches have got to be kind of racking their brains like how they're going to stop this kid right now.
5 carries for 36 yards so far for Hilton.
The line for the Bobcats is opening up some pretty nice holes.
2nd and 6. Poopy with the snap. Another inside handoff to Hilton and carries a couple of Mustangs close to another first down. Yeah. Needed 6, and with that second effort, Steve, I think he just about got 6 for another Bobcats first down.
I think you're right. I think that was Billy Barton got on the backside of Hilton and went for a ride for about 5 or 6 yards.
And now we're going to see Wyatt Ringer. So obviously with Ringer dinged up, they're limiting his snaps, but now in the red zone, they're going back to their starting quarterback. The 6'1", 185 senior came into the game 999 rushing yards on the season. We'll see if he goes over 1,000 on this play. Waiting the direct snap, and here you go, run all the way. And this time, Steve, I think he lost a yard back to the 15 to bring up 2nd and 11. We're not sure exactly what type of injury that he has, but you wonder if that's limiting his mobility a little bit out there.
Well, he didn't get very far to move. That time was so we couldn't tell, but no, he took a shot. He kind of got dragged down. He got up a little slow, but he looks like he's okay.
2nd and 11, and when they snap it back to Ringer, you just have those blockers out right in front of him. As Ringer waits the snap on 2nd and 11, straight run right up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, nice stiff arm, and he'll take it down to the 1. What a run there from Ringer. Taking it down to the 1-yard line, 13-yard gain. And he goes over 1,000 for the season.
Yeah, odd formation.
And they're going quickly here again. Ringer awaiting the snap. He'll get it right up the middle, and Ringer trying to power his way in, leans forward, waiting for a signal. He's in. Wyatt Ringer from a yard out. Bobcats strike first, going up 6-0 here at the 5:26 mark of the opening quarter. And it's pretty simple, Steve.
Yeah,
they don't do a lot to trick it up.
No, there's no, there was a kind of an odd formation, tight line, 2 tight ends, and then they had 3 running backs, if you will, or receive whatever the position you want to call them. They were only 2 yards behind the ball, and then the quarterback was about 5 or 6 yards back, just snapped it to him, and he went straight ahead with some blocking. It was kind of hard to stop.
Connor Masters now for the extra point. Flags come in. John Deek blocked it.
Going to be offsides.
Mustangs came across there pretty quickly. And is offsides against Laurel Highlands. And we mentioned Masters, Steve. He got injured last week against Blackhawk, and they actually brought out the backup kicker, Evan Baker, and Baker made the game-winning field goal. So kind of amazing that the Steelers on Sunday couldn't use a backup kicker, but here we go. Beaver bringing up a backup kicker for a game-winning field goal last week against Blackhawk, which secured this home playoff game and the number 7 seed in this 4A playoff field.
A little easier to kick a ball off a 2-inch tee, Brian, than off the ground.
You're right. You would know that.
You could find about 100 guys in the stands right now that could probably make this extra point off the tee. But then you put that ball on the ground, and it's a whole different story.
Masters' extra point is good. So with 5:26 left here in the opening quarter, 7-0 Bobcats over the Mustangs. Are back in 60 here in the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer wishes the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs this season and in the playoffs. During these uncertain times, a lot of hard work goes into a successful season, and that includes the cooperation of players, coaches, and their families. South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer commends all of those whose hard work has gone into making this a successful season. Like our local teams, Robert Schiffbauer is working hard to make life better for the residents of South Union Township. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer.
Paid for by the candidate Robert Schiffbauer.
Did you take your medications this morning? Apothecary Pharmacy now offers ApothePacks. All your medications come in pre-sorted packs organized by the date and time you take them. From seniors to caregivers to parents whose children take medications at school to travelers, ApothePacks helps people know when and how to take their medicines. It's free to make the switch from bottles. Call us at 724-437-7801. That's 724-437-7801 to get started with ApothePacks. Ask us about free delivery.
Back here at Beaver High School, another squib kick from Masters. Bounces over Tristan Baker, but the Mustangs able to fall on it there as Hooper did a little dive forward to get on the football at the 32-yard line. But Wyatt Ringer's 1-yard touchdown run for Beaver, his 16th touchdown of the season, capping off a 9-play, 57-yard drive that took 4:25 off the clock. Masters adding the extra point, and the touchdown occurred at the 5:26 mark of the opening frame.
Well, this is we've seen this kind of movie or script before, Brian. The Mustangs, they look terrible at times, and then all of a sudden, a couple of big plays, and they're back in the game. So that's what the Mustangs need tonight. They need one of their playmakers to make something happen.
Laurel Highlands without a first down on that opening drive. Rod sending Jaden Pratt in motion. Another read option that Rod keeps and moves forward close to the 40. 7-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 3.
That's nice going forward. That time read option, like you said, and they fake the handoff, fake the jet sweep and everything. And all of a sudden Gallagher just goes straight up. Didn't look like much, but he got almost 7 yards.
4:59 left here in the opening quarter. Laurel Highlands looking for their first down of the night.
I'm sure Coach Colasar and the offensive minds over there want to get Gallagher out away from the middle of the field.
Pratt coming in motion. He'll get it on the jet sweep. He's in trouble trying to cut back. Needs a block, and he gets one there from Gallagher, but couldn't turn the corner. Good defensive pursuit there from number 4, Dylan Porto, to make the tackle there for the Bobcats. He'll end up going as a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, back to the 37-yard line.
He tried to make something out of nothing, and he got nothing. He actually lost a couple yards. He might have been better off just the play wasn't going anywhere, and he just couldn't get outside. So, just take your losses. And at least he got back to only a couple yard lost.
3rd and 5, line of scrimmage, Laurel Highlands 37. Ball in the near hash mark as Gallagher awaits the snap. Rolls out to the far side, and Rod will throw on the run. A little lob down the field and a fight for it, but it's going to fall incomplete. Jaden Pratt over there battling Owen Petro for the football, but it fell out of bounds, so the pass falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and 5.
Petro had good position. It was kind of like a fluttering pass, and actually Pratt did a good job to knock it out of his hands. I don't know if he would have been in bounds anyway, but now 4th down. You wonder, even if you get a good snap and you get the protection, the punting game hasn't been all that great for the Mustangs. You're only gaining 15 or 20 yards.
It was about a 25-yard punt
20,
first time around.
Yeah, and you only got, of course, it's still only third down.
Now 4th and 5.
Yeah, they switched the marker.
It is 4th and 5.
I wonder if the Mustang coaches knew that.
I'll bring Keandre in motion. I don't think Rod was expecting the football to come back. He got it. He's in trouble, and the Mustangs will be stopped on downs as Rod tackled back at the 35-yard line. So the Bobcats will have great field position when we come back. 3:53 left here in the first. 7-0 Beaver. We're back in 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Tonight.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
So the Beaver Bobcats with great field position here from the Laurel Highlands 35-yard line. Working right to left as we describe it. They're going back to Jacob Hilton, and this time Hilton driven back. He'll lose a yard. Back to the 37. Now bring up 2nd and 11. So the Mustangs right on top of that one defensively. And Dan Carney was in the mix. He came into the game leading the Mustangs with tackles defensively. 64 coming into this one.
And Jaden Pratt over there sitting on the bench all the way all by himself, has his helmet off. I don't know if he's out of the game by coach's choice or an injury, but you wonder, he had that play where he went backwards, and he did make a nice play on the break up the interception.
And here's Poopy looking to throw it up. His first pass attempt of the game falls incomplete. Had good single coverage with Joseph Santiago down the near side, but couldn't hook up with the 6'1", 150 junior. And bring up 3rd down and 12. Again, we mentioned Poopy, Steve, just attempted 16 passes coming into the game. Ringer was 23 of 63, but for the most part, this Bobcats team doesn't like to throw. They're a running football team.
Well, Ringer's a converted running back. They got playing quarterback, and you could tell by the formations they put him in, he's there to run. And they don't make any, they don't hide the fact that he's there to run.
Pitch going here to Hilton on this 3rd and 12. Hilton trying to turn the corner. Good pursuit there from Gallagher to bring him down after only about a yard gain on the play. So now decision time for the Bobcats. You'd have to think 4-down territory for them as well here in Mustang territory at the 35.
Well, if you do punt it and then it goes in the end zone, you're only gaining 15 yards. So I think you're right, Brian. It's probably a good risk here. Maybe throw one up. You might get a pass interference, might complete it, and might get intercepted. Or worst case scenario, if it's incomplete, you give them the ball at the 36-yard line. The Mustangs haven't done anything with the football anyway, so this makes the decision a little easier.
A good test here for the Mustang defense as well. 4th and 9. Poopy again out of the gun. Hilton off to his left, triple left formation, and Poopy's rolling that way. A little pump fake. Now he'll throw, falling down, and throws it over the head of the intended wide receiver, Dylan Porto. And the Mustangs will take over on downs when we come back. 2:09 left here in the first. 7-0 Bobcats. We're back in 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $209 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease to GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year. $3,000 cash trade equity with Lease Loyalty or Lease Conquest, plus $500 Chevy Cyber Event. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends November 30th, 2021. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
Back here at Beaver High School, Laurel Highlands with the football. From their own 35-yard line, working left to right, run the whole way from Gallagher. Nothing on the right, cuts back to the left, and Gallagher lowers the shoulder and gets a yard, maybe two, close to the 37. And Tony's telling me we got a flag on the play, and we do back at the 32.
Well, it can't be an illegal man downfield again because he didn't throw the ball.
Maybe a holding penalty here, Steve, on the cutback. It is.
Everything seems to be going against the Mustangs right now.
You look at this Beaver team, Steve, coming in 7-2 overall record, but their last 4 wins, all by 7 points or less. 2 came in overtime and needed a game-winning field goal last week from their backup kicker to defeat Blackhawk to get this home playoff game, but Evan Baker came through in a key moment for the Bobcats.
I tell you, this could not have started any worse for the Mustangs in this first quarter, but they are only 7 down and 1 big play away from getting back in this game.
They'll try a screen here that's dropped. Was the play whistled down? Yes, it was. Intended there for Jaden Pratt. You're asking about him there. Stevie's back on the field, but couldn't haul that one in.
Yeah.
And it should be 2nd and 23, correct? So we had the holding penalty. Should be 2nd and 23.
And that's what it says, yep. Yeah.
1:53 left here in the opening quarter.
Well, that cracker plant over there up on the hill
yes.
looks like a big city over there.
Yes, nice view in the distance. See the smoke coming up. All the lights on. Great view here from Beaver High School in downtown Beaver. Gallagher play fake, rolling out to the far side, trying to turn the corner. Nothing there, just runs out of bounds. That'll bring up 3rd and 23. And as we said, Steve, Laurel Highlands still without a first down.
They completed the one pass that would have gave them a first down, but they had a penalty.
Correct. Gallagher, 4 carries for 6 yards in this game.
And that's kind of, all of a sudden, everybody's kind of lulls them to sleep, and everybody thinks, okay, it's not a problem. We got this guy, and all of a sudden, boom, he can slip one.
There's 16 yards of total offense so far for the Mustangs. 3rd and 23, looking for a big play here with Tajai Hooper off to the right of Gallagher in the backfield. From the 23, Rod hangs in the pocket, rolls out to the near side, directs traffic, still has time, throws on the run, deep far side, pass is tipped and falls incomplete. Almost intercepted there by Ryan Noel for Beaver.
Well, that's not the reason Gallagher is highly touted, is for his ability to stand back there and throw passes. I mean, I know that's what they're trying to do, and they're bottling him up. They're kind of playing contain. They're not letting him get outside, so he can't run the ball. But that's going to be a long night for the Mustangs if he's going to be back there trying to throw. They're going to have to figure a way to get that read option play they ran earlier worked pretty well, and they haven't gone back to that.
Ben Diamond back at the 10-yard line to send it away, and a good punt this time. Will hit at the 45, a die right there as Hooper will down it for the Mustangs. So Beaver will take over the Mustangs' 45-yard line when we come back. 1:31 left here in the first, 7-0 Bobcats. We're back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Tonight.
Sam Davis was a gift from heaven. He knows the law and the court system unlike anyone else I've ever met or seen. Sam helped me get through the federal court system with the best possible outcome.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We have been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
Bobcats going right back to Jacob Hilton, who spins forward and gets 2. And that punt, Steve, looked good off of the foot of Ben Diamond, but only went for 23 yards.
Well, it was into the wind, and it was knuckling. It was a punch knuckle, as Steve Nesser would say. My golfing buddy, it just kind of went up in the air. Like you said, it looked like he hit it hard, but it had no spin on it. It was like a knuckleball, and the wind just kind of held it up, and it only went 30. But, at that position, from where they were on the field, they had to punt. And
final minute of this opening quarter. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super, Tony Hanola keeping stats. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Pitch going here to Hilton, lowers the shoulder, gets down to the 35. Should be enough for another Bobcats first down. Needed 7, got 7.
They mark him right on the 35, which is exactly where he needed to get to. And they're going to move the sticks.
And bring out Wyatt Ringer again.
And
let's score the Bobcats opening touchdown.
Now this formation is old school. It looks like the old straight T formation. Well, that's got to be a movement. They didn't call it.
He goes right to Ringer, runs right up the gut. They're down to the 31, pick up a 4. But as you said, Steve, they actually line up 3 blockers right in front of Ringer, who lines up out of the shotgun, and those blockers and the offensive line just all surge forward, and he runs behind it.
He's in the shotgun, maybe about 7 yards back, a little longer than normal, and then the blockers are about 2 to 3 yards. And that time the blockers were moving forward a little early. I can't believe they didn't call that, but nevertheless, it's going to be the end of the first quarter, 7-0 score.
And we're back in 60 here on the CR Piranha Group High School Sports Night.
Somerset Trust Company is proud to call Fayette County home. With branches in Markleysburg, Connellsville, Hopwood, Uniontown, and Perryopolis, Somerset Trust Company is truly Fayette County's community bank. Convenient services available at all branches include checking and savings accounts, personal and business loans, mortgages and home equity loans, trust and investment management, and more. Call us at 724-626-1725. Visit us at somersettrust.com and like us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Somerset Trust Company. Community banking worth talking about.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
Back here at Beaver High School, Pat Tarquinio Field. I also have to thank Alan Ocalde, the athletic director here at Beaver High School, Steve, for his accommodations tonight.
They got cookies for us up here,
yes,
Brian.
Taking care of us, some drinks, some chips.
Your favorite chicken sandwich down there. They're not a sponsor, so I won't say their name, but they, I'm sure you're going to get one before the game's over.
Yes, they take care of you here at Beaver High School. Bobcats now working left to right as we describe it. 2nd and 6, opening play of the second quarter. And Ringer back in there with an inside run. Wyatt Ringer down to the 26-yard line, 5-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and a yard.
And there's just, it's kind of a throwback, if you will. Looks like a grade school football game formation from the Bobcats. It's just basically, hey, we're going to snap it to our quarterback, and he's going to run right up the middle. May go right or left a little bit, but that's what we're going to do, and let's see if you can stop it.
3rd and 1, goes back to Ringer again. Run right up the middle, has enough for a 1st down as he'll get down to the 23-yard line. 3-yard gain for another 1st down for the Bobcats and head coach Court Roush. You're right, it's simple, Steve, but it got him to a 7-2 regular season record this year and 2nd place out of the Parkway Conference.
Well, there's not much mystery to it, and if you got a good running back, a quarterback, but let's call him a running back. That's what he is. He's back there running the ball. Looks like they're going to get a timeout. No, he's just coming over to get the play.
And will we see, you think, at some point, Steve, maybe a little mixture here when the Mustangs crowd 11 into the box, maybe a little jump pass or something down the field. It's not going to be this time. They'll run it student body left, and this time the Mustangs read it well as Hooper able to run Ringer out of bounds, actually 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, back right around the 25-yard line. Actually, they'll rule out at the 26, and that'll be a 6-yard loss to bring up 2nd down and 14.
And now you got Poopy coming back in at quarterback.
We go back to Poopy, maybe a passing situation here on 2nd and 14. Made so much success up the middle, I'm surprised they went to the far side.
Well, what I don't understand is when they bring this other quarterback in, why don't they leave
Ringer in there too?
Ringer in there as a running back.
I just think they're limiting his reps today, Steve, just because he's banged up. So 2nd and 14, Poopy takes the snap. He's rolling to the near side, throws on the run, quick out. The pass is juggled and then caught right around the 20-yard line. That was Dylan Porto that was able to haul it in. And Porto picking up, we'll give him 6, maybe 7 there down to the 20-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
He's actually marking it on the 19. I could see it through the window here. We're tight press box.
They called it a gain of 6. So now 3rd down and 7. As Steve said, the line of scrimmage to the 19-yard line. They need the 12 for a 1st down. 10:45 left before halftime. Clock stopped after Porto got out of bounds, and now Poopy out of the gun. Again, Hilton off to his left, triple left formation. Poopy takes the snap. They're coming after him, throws near side, single coverage, and that one hauled in. And that's going to be very close to a Beaver 1st down. In fact, it is a Beaver 1st down as Jarrell Leeper, he hopped up, and he was able to make the catch as the Bobcats move the sticks again.
Right in front of Hooper. And Hooper was at pretty good coverage, but it was a good throw by Poopy right on the sideline, and he just tip-tapped his toes down, kept himself in bounds, and the Bobcats moving the football.
They got Wyatt Ringer back in as Leaper was able to live up to his name on that last catch, and now they go back to Ringer, run up the middle, and Ringer trying to carry the pal, but the Mustangs there defensively push it back, and a little pushing and shoving there after the play. Got down to the 8, 3-yard pickup, bring up 2nd down and 7. They can't pick up a first down at the 1-yard line.
And number 53 for the Mustangs.
That was Colton Cole, lost his helmet.
Lost his hat, then he actually got the football, and he's not allowed to continue the play. They're supposed to stop. And that's a flag. They moved yeah.
Nothing was thrown. And to reset the play clock. 10:21 left before halftime. Now they'll wind it again. As Poopy looks over to the near sidelines to head coach Court Rouse for the play. Triple left formation. And now off to the left is Jason Shallcross, and Shallcross gets it here off the pitch, cuts up the field, breaks a tackle, and Shallcross, getting his first carry of the night, takes it down to the 5-yard line. So Shallcross, the 6'1", 215 senior, came into the game 15 carries, 106 yards, and a touchdown, and able to pick up 3, maybe 4 there to set up a 3rd and 4 from the Laurel Highlands 5-yard line. Bobcats up 7-0, looking for a 2-score lead here in the opening minutes of the second quarter.
Looked like that play was designed to go way to the outside, but Shallcross decided to stop his momentum out there and cut it back in the middle of the field.
3rd and 4, back to Shallcross, who's able to fight his way in on the near side. Second rushing touchdown of the season for Jason Shallcross, and the Bobcats go up 13-0 on Laurel Highlands here at the 9:28 mark of the second quarter.
Pretty simple, just hand it to him and let him run off right tackle, and he ran right in the end zone. And the Mustangs are going to have to do something defensively and offensively. Got to get some first downs. The offense has not done anything, hardly any yards on the total offense tonight.
And the Bobcats showing they're a lot more than just Wyatt Ringer, Poopy, Hilton, and Shallcross all having good games so far tonight. And now Connor Masters to add the extra points. Clean snap coming back, and the hold was put down there by the freshman Brady Mayo, and Masters makes the extra point, and it's a 14-0 Bobcats lead over the Mustangs. 9:28 left before halftime. We're back in 60 here on the CR Barada Group High School Sports Night.
At Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than T-shirts. They are about you and everything you love. And they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team, the excitement you have for your event or cause, and that makes your business stand out from the rest. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom T-shirts do more than just make you look good. They help you feel good and inspire you to do good. Call Uniontown Printing Press at 724-366-7095. That's 724-366-7095. Are you down with UPP?
Good afternoon. I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm Cameron.
We're here to tell you about our youth group.
Every Thursday at Trinity United Presbyterian Church in Uniontown, we sing songs, play games, and learn about the Bible.
We also have special activities throughout the year, such as video game parties, Nerf night, horseback riding, and bowling, along with much more.
The fun starts at 5:30.
Join us for a great time of food, fun, and fellowship.
Youth group every Thursday at Trinity Presbyterian Church.
Back here at Beaver High School, this time Masters will send it away, and an opportunity here for the Mustangs to run it back, but Matt Lucas, a little fumble trying to regain here on the near side, and he gets upended at the 21-yard line. So Laurel Highlands not putting Gallagher back deep to receive there. Steve Lucas got it, little juggle, and he gets upended at the 21.
Well, you got to get something going, Brian. It's we've seen this before. The Mustangs have come back in a lot of games, but this is a playoff game. And when you got a kid back there like Ringer, and two of them like Ringer and Hilton, I can't imagine that the Bobcats are going to give the Mustangs too many opportunities as far as turning the ball over. So you cannot afford to get down too far in this game. And they're going to shorten the game up with running the football. So the Mustangs have got to get some offense going. Right.
Gallagher out of the gun as Hooper off to his right. Double tights on the line, a wide outs each side. Rod takes the snap, little play fake, tries to call his own number, and he is going nowhere. Maybe got a half a yard up just across the 21-yard line. He'll bring up second and a long 9. That last Beaver drive capped off on a 5-yard touchdown run by Jason Shallcross, capped off an 11-play, 45-yard drive. It took 4:03 off the clock. The score occurring at the 9:28 mark of the second quarter. Connor Masters adding the extra point.
And this is just, you couldn't have scripted any better if you're a Beaver Bobcat fan. They're just doing everything they want to do offensively and defensively.
Mustangs still without a first down in this game. They'll go triple right formation here on the second and a long 9. Gallagher looking for the screen far side. Pass complete. Hauled in there by Keandre to Shields, who breaks a couple of tackles, and he's loose down the far sideline into Beaver territory. They ran him out of bounds right at the Bobcats' 47-yard line. Goes as a gain of 32. Gallagher to Keandre for the Mustangs. First down of the game occurring here at the 8:31 mark of the second quarter.
Well, that's kind of what the Mustangs do. They just don't do much, and all of a sudden, a couple big plays, and all of a sudden they get back in the game, and that's what we need the Mustang. If you're a Mustang fan, you need something like that to happen now. You got to get Gallagher involved.
Need a score on this drive. Dan Carney now into the left of Gallagher. Triple left formation, ball on the right hash mark, the Beaver 47-yard line. Rod takes the snap, straight run right up the middle, inside the 45, and trying to fight forward. He'll get down to the 43, 4-yard run there for Rod to bring up second down and 6. And Keandre, Steve, he's an explosive player. If you can get him loose in open space, look out.
Yeah, that doesn't look like much of a play, but 4 yards is not a bad play.
No.
You get another 4 here, you've got, 3rd and 2, and you keep moving the sticks. But Mustangs need to get the ball outside again like they did to Keandre and get that ball away from the mass of people. 2nd
and 6, inside handoff going here back to Hooper, and he'll take it down close to the 40-yard line. Give him 3, so you'll have a 3rd down and 3 here upcoming. Ball just shy of the 40-yard line.
I'd like to see Hooper get the ball and go outside around the end, a little toss sweep, something like that. Get him away from all that traffic.
Has the speed to do it.
Yeah, and he can get out there and make people miss.
A big play here, certainly 4-down territory again, 3rd and 3.
Shows you how much they miss Allen at running back.
Mustangs haven't seen him in about 6 weeks. Goes back to Gallagher again. They're coming after him. Flushed out to the near side. Gallagher still on the loose. Tries to cut up the field. Gets across the 40 down to the 39-yard line. So he picked up a yard there, Steve. That'll bring up 4th down and 2. Shallcross tracked him down.
Yeah, he tracked him down from behind. He kind of followed him, zigzagging around the hill field. And the Mustangs, I would think you have to go for it here, Brian, at the ball at the 39-yard line. You only need 2 yards.
6:46 left before halftime. Let's see what the Mustangs have drawn up here on this 4th and 2. Need the 37 for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 39. Ball on the near hash mark. Gallagher out of the gun. Has Hooper with him in the backfield. Triple right settle, banana bunch. Now they'll split Hooper out. Low snap coming back to Rod. Looking like he's going to put it up, and he'll float it on the near side. Pass complete to Hooper. Inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line. 14-yard pickup for Laurel Highlands. First down, Gallagher to Hooper.
That's a surprising play call. They don't throw the ball down the field like that over coverage much all year, and then all of a sudden they do it on a 4th and 2 in a playoff game when you got a kid like Gallagher that could easily probably run around the end and get 2 yards. But either way, that worked out great for the Mustangs.
Triple right set here again. Single coverage out to the near side. Chambers with a defensive back, a leaper on him, and you have Hooper now off to the left of Gallagher in the backfield on this 1st and 10. And again, a little read option goes to Hooper, turns the corner on the far side, breaks a couple of tackles, he's loose. Hooper inside the 10, inside the 5, and Laurel Highlands has gotten out of the scoreboard. 25-yard touchdown run from Tajai Hooper, and it wasn't easy, Steve. Had to break a couple of tackles to get there.
Just like what we called earlier, get him outside, little toss sweep or some kind of a sweep. That was a read option. Let him have it. He went out to the right and broke a tackle and was gone.
So Tajai Hooper gets the Mustangs right back in this game. 25-yard touchdown run occurring here at the 5:53 mark of the second quarter. Now they'll await the extra point try from Harry Radcliffe.
Flag coming in, Brian.
What do we have here?
The official coming from the back is talking to, he's taking someone out of the game, number 12.
That would be Caden Friel.
Is he the long snapper?
He is for field goals.
So now.
And Joe Chambers is the backup snapper for field goals.
And here he comes.
He's going to come out, so this creates a new dynamic.
So you wonder what was wrong with Frill, like why they took him out.
He lose his helmet on the last play, maybe? A big spot here for Chambers to send this one back to the holder, Ben Diamond. Radcliffe's extra point to cut the Bobcats' lead to 7. A little high snap coming back, but Harry able to send it through. And the Mustangs back to within 7. 5:53 left before halftime, 14-7 Bobcats. We're back at 60 here on the CR Barada Group High School Sports Night.
General Dentist Dr. Edward L. Wietek Jr. treats children, teens, and adults of all ages. Dr. Wietek performs all phases of general dentistry, including crowns and bridges, partials, full dentures, comprehensive orthodontics, root canals, bonded white fillings, dental implants to replace missing teeth and to stabilize loose-fitting dentures, and comprehensive exams and cleanings. Dr. Wietek is also your place to go for full mouth reconstruction if you've put off going to the dentist for too long. Visit Dr. Wietek online at www.myuniontowndentist.com to view the Smile Gallery and see some of his patients' before and after photos. See what over 35 years of experience and a practice committed to learning the latest techniques can do for you or your family. Dr. Wietek's office is located on the National Pike, 1 mile west of the mall on Route 40. Call him up at 724-439-1616. That's 724-439-1616 for Dr. Edward L. Wietek, Jr.
Harry Radcliffe forcing a touchback on the kickoff. The ball is actually juggled by Isaiah Ramsey at the 2-yard line. Referees ruled the momentum. Took him into the end zone, so ruled a touchback. But Tajai Hooper, 25-yard touchdown run. As the Mustangs back in the game, capped off a 7-play, 79-yard drive. Took 3:30 off the clock. Harry Radcliffe added the extra point. It's 14-7, Steve, with 5:49 left before halftime.
Well, everything the Mustangs did there was outside the tackle box, all the big gains, and that was maybe that's where they got to kind of live in that neighborhood this game just to make something happen.
They're back to Isaac Poopy now as the Beaver quarterback with Jacob Hilton now off to his left. Poopy takes the snap, goes to Hilton, and Hilton a big lane here, look out. And Hilton takes it across the 30 up to the 31-yard line, an 11-yard run there for Jacob Hilton, who continues his impressive scampers all night long. That was his 11th carry for 63 yards.
He gets ahead of steam going fast, and he hits the line of scrimmage. He's almost at a full sprint. You don't see that very often. And you could just tell he has the vision of where he wants to go, and he's going off left or right tackle on most of these plays, and he's catching a little seam, and he's popping it for 7-8 yards a clip.
Another 1st and 10 for Beaver from their own 31-yard line. Poopy awaits the snap. Inside handoff going back here to Hilton. Well read by the Mustangs defensively that time, as Hilton couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, lost a yard in the process back to the 30 to bring up 2nd down and 11. A.J. Sumter teamed up with a couple other Mustangs to push him back.
Yeah, Sumter got there first. Good job by A.J. to get in there and stop that before he got to the line of scrimmage. And they actually gave him forward progress. I thought he pushed him back a couple yards, but they mark it there just as a 1-yard loss.
This is actually the Steelers' featured high school game of the night, and I believe they're going to shoot some stuff here, Steve, that'll play back during Monday Night Football on Monday night as well. 14-7 Bobcats lead, and Poopy a little juggle on the snap coming back. Just falls on it back at the 25-yard line for a 5-yard loss. They're bringing the sophomore Isaiah Ramsey in motion, maybe to set up a jet sweep, but Ramsey never got an opportunity. And a little momentum swing now, Steve, back in Laurel Highlands direction. You have 4:17 left before halftime. 3rd and 16 upcoming here for the Bobcats. You get a stop, get the football back. Who knows? This game could be tied going into the locker room.
The games that the Mustangs, a lot of the games that the Mustangs won this year looked almost identical to this, where the other team dominated, and all of a sudden the Mustangs get a couple big plays, and then they get a stop, and all of a sudden they're back in the game, and then it gets tight, and then they have the momentum.
3rd and 16. This one reminds me a little bit of the Ringgold game early on as flags come in here on the snap.
False start.
So 3rd and 16 becomes a 3rd and 21.
And now we'll see.
And Beaver not exactly a big play team. You mentioned Laurel Highlands has the ability to make those big plays. Don't see as much of that out of the Bobcats. They'll break a run every now and then, but you don't see the home run balls and the dynamic plays down the field like we've seen from Laurel Highlands this year.
Now, of course, they haven't had to, throw the ball down the field too often, but
3rd and 21 here, trips to the right. Poopy takes the snap, little pump fake. He's looking for single coverage on the far side. That one will go up. It gets juggled and dropped by the intended wide receiver, Jarrell Leeper. And the Mustangs with Hooper having the coverage defensively.
Yeah, good job by Hooper not to lose sight of the football. And it was a kind of a jump ball situation, and they both went upward. He got, I think, a hand on it to tip that thing away. That's a nice play by Hooper because he's out there on an island.
No safety back.
Yeah,
if Leeper gets past Hooper, he's gone. So now 4th and 21, and Beaver will have their first punt of the night.
And now they have not much choice, but they got to kick it to him.
Evan Baker is the punter, standing back at the 8-yard line. You have Rod right around midfield.
Whoa.
High snap goes over the head of Baker. Tries to regain it somehow. Got it away, but it's a hot potato down the field that Lucas is going to fall on. Mustang should have just let that one go.
Yeah, I don't know what that's 54. Was that Deke? He was.
That's Billy Barton.
Billy Barton looked like he was trying to field that punt, and I was like, what are you doing?
And give Baker a ton of credit, Steve, just for getting that one away.
Yeah, that was that was a punter's nightmare right there.
And now Laurel Highlands set up with a football here. The Bobcats 28 will keep it right here. Laurel Highlands trying to strike and possibly tie the game. 3:22 left here in the second quarter. Rod out of the shotgun. Hooper off to his left. Triple left formation. Rod gets the snap. Inside hand. Oh, it's a fake, and it's a screen to the near side to Pratt, who gets inside the 25-20. Jaden Pratt down to the 16-yard line. That'll be a 12-yard pickup and a Laurel Highlands first down. And boy, Rod sold that one well, Steve. Had me fooled.
Well, everything going the outside now. This time that's on the left side of the field, but the Mustangs have figured out that they're not going to gain many yards going up the middle, and maybe now with some big plays on the outside that'll spread that defense out, but they seem to be getting a little bit of a rhythm here, don't they?
1st and 10 from the 17. Straight snap coming back to Rod. Gets inside the 10 and run out of bounds right at the 7-yard line. So Rod needed 10. I think he got just about that. Should be another Laurel Highlands first down, and if so, it's a 1st and goal.
They're going to mark it at the 7.
With 2:52 left before halftime. It'll be a 1st and goal here for Laurel Highlands. What a swing in this game, Steve. All Beaver early on, you mentioned it.
Well,
Mustangs get a defensive stop, couple of big plays, and here we are, an opportunity to tie the game.
A couple of big plays all of a sudden gives the offense some confidence, and now they seem to be on track a little better.
1st and goal from the 7. Hooper off to the left of Gallagher in the backfield. Banana bunch off to the right. And again, the read option. Rod keeps it himself. It's a foot race to the pylon. Rod dives forward, and they are going to say.
He raised his arm. Touchdown.
It is a touchdown for Gallagher. He got in. Little delayed signal, but Rodney Gallagher pulls the Mustangs back to within 1. And he won the foot race there, Steve, off to the far side. And what a swing in this one. Score occurring at the 2:45 mark of the second quarter. Now Radcliffe's extra point could tie it. Diamond puts it down, and Harry's kick is up on the way and good, and we're knotted up at 14. 2:45 left before halftime, and we're back in 60 here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
Chris Parker Jr., it's your 20th anniversary.
We're celebrating 20 years as your local Hyundai dealer and over 60 years in the car business. We are so grateful for our loyal customers. We appreciate their repeat business and referrals, as well as Hyundai's support.
Other than great vehicles, what else have you seen from Hyundai over the last 20 years?
One important thing is Hyundai's Hope on Wheels program. Hyundai donates to pediatric cancer research to help stop childhood cancer with every new car purchase.
That is such a great program.
In the used car market, check out our certified pre-owned Hyundais with the balance of the 100,000-mile powertrain warranty included. Not in the market to buy a car? Autoland is interested in purchasing your vehicle.
Plus, every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Assurance, America's best warranty with 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain protection and 3-year free maintenance. Visit their website, AutolandHyundai.com, or stop into Autoland Hyundai, East Fayette Street, Uniontown.
You always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Harry Radcliffe sends it away here to the near side and back to the 5-yard line on the run back. There is Leaper, and Leaper, the 25, gets across to the 26-yard line. Rafel brought him down, and that's where the Bobcats will start 1st and 10, and Caleb Rafel hobbling coming off here for Laurel Highlands. Just might have took a shot there, Steve, below the belt. The way he's coming off.
Yeah, he's coming off a little gingerly.
Yes, he is, to say the least. Now the pressure back on the Bobcats' shoulders. This game tied at 14. Back-to-back touchdowns for Laurel Highlands.
What a swing, huh? When they scored that touchdown to make it 14-0, you'd have thought, oh boy, this is going to be a blowout. And we even said, Mustangs got to turn around, and they did.
Timeout Beaver before the drive even starts. We're back in 60. Game tied at 14. 2:39 left before halftime. Back in 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
I'm attorney Trip Radcliffe, and we at Radcliffe Law have been helping people that were injured in accidents for over 35 years. When you're involved in an accident, it can be scary. Radcliffe Law will meet with you for free, and our experienced team will provide you with valuable information needed to pursue your claims successfully. If you or someone you know are injured in an accident, call Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Lee's Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lee's does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lee's does maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Call 724-245-2950. That's 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lee's wishes all the area football teams good luck this season from Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
After the timeout, Bobcats starting the drive from the 26. Handoff going to Shallcross. He's going nowhere, and you can tell this Mustang defense fired up there, Steve. Brian Yorchek there along with Laurel Highlands, A.J. Sumter, and Billy Barton sending them back.
Well, Sumter was the guy that got the first stop on him, Brian. He got a little help from Yorchek to finish him off, but Sumter did a good job of reading that play and getting in there. Now all of a sudden, see, now here we go. Poopy's going to be in there with the
Wyatt Ringer. Yep.
Ringer is at tailback now, and that's
now he's going to reposition, or maybe not. Yes, you're going to have Ringer off to the left of Poopy, who will take the snap. He'll pitch it back to Ringer, and now Ringer will try to cut up the field to 25-30, and Ringer gets down to the 32-yard line, so a 5-yard gain there for Ringer. But they have to watch the clock, Steve, for a Bobcats team that doesn't throw it much. They're down to 1:43 left before halftime in a 14-14 game, and they're facing a 3rd and 4 from their own 32.
And they're going into a pretty stiff wind right now. Looks like the flags to your right, Brian, are blowing pretty hard.
Down in the valley tonight.
And it's cold out there.
Cracker playing out in the distance. 3rd and 4. Poopy, pitch going to Ringer near side. Mustangs coming after him. Ringer a little stiff arm, trying to turn the corner, not there. Mustangs have to watch no late hit. Gallagher last to get to him, and it'll be 4th down. And a 2-yard loss on the play back to the 30. It'll be 4th and 6.
And the last time they punted, we talk about it all the time. Punting in high school football is dangerous.
No, the clock was stopped there with a runner going out of bounds, so you don't need a timeout if you're Laurel Highlands. Clock stopped with a 1:15.
Watch for the snap. It was. It looks like Hilton.
Hilton's the long snapper, 33.
And the last time almost threw it over his head.
Punter, a freshman, Evan Baker, also a soccer player, back at the 16-yard line. Clean snap coming back, and Baker with a shank. Shanked it into the Beaver bench on the near side.
That should be at the 35. We had a perfect view of that, Brian. And they marked it perfectly right at the 35-yard
5-yard punt. 5-yard punt from Jacob Baker. And Laurel Highlands set up here again. 1:09 left before halftime. Who would have thought, Steve, about 6 or 7 minutes of game time ago that Laurel Highlands could have a lead going into the locker room. They're set up here with the football at the Beaver 35-yard line.
And you got a field goal kicker in Radcliffe that can boot him. Tony and I went down before the game to get a sample of hot dog, and like we always do, and we were watching that kid kick 45, 50-yard field goals.
And he has the wind at his back right now as well. Triple right set, repositions Hooper off to his right from the Beaver 35-yard line. Rod takes the snap, rolls far side, has time, quick out, high pass, brought down by Keandre to Shields at the 25-yard line for a 10-yard pickup. Did not get out of bounds. The Laurel Highlands are they going to take a timeout? They will take a timeout. Need to stop that clock. And they got about an extra. It's still running. They called a timeout with about a minute left, and they just stopped it now. So they should be about a minute left on that clock. They ran that clock down. And they're still running it down to 49 seconds. They need to reset the clock. We'll step aside for a quick 30. Tied at 14. And Laurel Highlands will have a 1st and 10 inside the 25-yard line. We come back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
We're back here at Beaver High School. They did not reset the clock. It should have been stopped with about a minute left. And the timeout was called actually the 59-second mark. They ran about an extra 10 seconds off the clock. They're not going to reset it, surprisingly. And that's what Coach Colasar is saying. Hey, reset the clock, and he has a beat.
No, he's not talking about that. He's talking about the 40-second clock.
All right, 49 seconds left, and Gallagher out of the gun, triple left set. Has some time. Now backside pressure coming. Rolls to the far side. Will just step out of bounds. That will stop the clock with 44 seconds left. Shallcross with the pursuit of Gallagher from the backside. Results in a 5-yard loss on the play. They'll set up 2nd and 15.
Well, you know, the thing is, Gallagher's not too concerned about losing the 6 yards as much as he wants to get out there and make a play.
Correct.
And I think if he goes to his left, he'll have the wide side of the field, and all he needs is a little bit of a room. They got the timeout left. They can go and probably make
They're sending Hooper out in motion as well. Had a triple left set that way, and Gallagher has time. I know he's going to look back to the right, and that pass is hauled in down to the 23-yard line. That was Hooper. Second time they found him, Steve, after bringing him out of the backfield down to the 23. 8-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and 8 with 38 seconds left before halftime. They'll call a 3rd and 7.
I'm surprised that that he's standing in there and throwing like that. He can take off and run and make somebody miss.
Mustangs still with 2 timeouts remaining as well.
Well,
the 3rd and 7, 38 seconds left before halftime. Rod takes the snap, rolling near side, pump fake, nothing in there to the left, goes back to the right, has room, throws on the run, man open to the end zone, goes up, but couldn't hang on.
Brian, I know he had a guy open.
That was Lucas. No, check that, Keandre. Keandre was there, got upended, number 9.
He had 30 yards of running room there, Brian. He could have easily got a 1st down.
Now it's 4th and 7. You bring out Radcliffe for the go-ahead field goal.
I don't think so.
That's what they're doing.
They are going to do it.
This will be a 39-yard attempt from the far hash mark with 30 seconds left on the clock.
He's got plenty of leg.
He has the wind at his back. Ball on the right hash mark. Now Beaver's going to try to ice him on a cold night. Bobcats timeout. It'll be their final timeout of the second quarter. We'll step aside for a quick 30 as well. Tied at 14. We're back in 30 seconds here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
COVID-19 vaccines teach your body to recognize and fight the COVID virus. You can get this vaccine at no cost to you at Peachin Pharmacy in Connellsville. Schedule online, by phone, or just walk in. Help protect yourself and your loved ones. When you are ready, get your vaccine at Peachin Pharmacy. Visit peachinpharmacy.com for more information.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
We're back here at Beaver High School.
Tell you what, that timeout did. It gave the long snapper Friel a chance to go over there and warm up with his holder and get 3 or 4 snaps in.
And Laurel Highlands will have a 39-yard field goal attempt now from Harry Radcliffe, again on the right hash. to give Laurel Highlands a 17-14 lead. It'll be Caden Friel to send it back to Ben Diamond. Clean snap coming back, and Harry's kick is blocked at the line. Blocked at the line. The Bobcats have it, and they'll go down at the 25-yard line. So Radcliffe came off a little low. Bobcats knocked it down, and Beaver will get the football back with 23 seconds left before halftime. Game remains tied at 14. And credit their special team, Steve, there with a key block.
Well, if it's a blocker, he knocked it right into the stomach of the lineman, and I don't even think they had to jump. I think he just mishit it.
And the Bobcats take a shot here, Steve, with 23 seconds left.
Well, I would doubt it. I think you probably give the ball to your
if they're going to go back and will normally be a victory formation just to take a knee here. We'll go to the locker room. Tied at 14 as Poopy will take a knee, and that'll be the final play of the second quarter. So Laurel Highlands, who got down 14-0 early on, rallied back with touchdowns from Tajai Hooper and Rodney Gallagher to tie this game up at 14. Now stay tuned for our halftime show. It's brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market. It comes your way next here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 58th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva and Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva and Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva and Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 58 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to support local high school sports.
Lansing Academy of Dance offers a fun learning environment for all ages and ability levels. Owned and directed by Christina Lansing John and located on South Beeson Avenue in Uniontown, Lansing Academy of Dance offers classes in ballet, jazz, tap, acro gym, point, contemporary, lyrical, hip-hop, and ballroom. All at very reasonable prices. Lansing Academy of Dance provides a professional, positive, and friendly environment for all dancers to find a second home. Come join the dance family and learn from the most qualified teachers in our area. For more information, visit LansingAcademy.com or call 724-438-6911. UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
The Rooster's Roost, just off Morgantown Road on Francis Street near the Uniontown Shopping Center in the old Eddie's Tavern location. Pizza, wings, chicken, pasta, salads, hoagies, sides, and more. It's all at the Rooster's Roost. Dine in or take out. Phone 724-320-2244 or order online at theroostersroost.com. Stop in the Rooster's Roost today. There are many reasons people in Fayette County seek the legal services of John and John, attorneys at law. Their practice areas include, but are not limited to, personal injury, Social Security and workman's compensation, real estate, wills, probate of estates, as well as divorce and custody. Attorneys Simon V. John, Ann N. John, Bernard C. John, and their support staff strive to bring you the highest level of experience, expertise, and integrity. John and John, attorneys at law. Phone 724-438-8560.
The Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 at Hopwood, are proud supporters of local high school sports. For more information on the programs that the Catholic War Veterans provide, log on to the Catholic War Veterans website at www.cwv.org. You can also visit the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 on Facebook or phone 724-437-3088. That's 3088 for the Catholic War Veterans Post, 1669 in
At
Hopwood.
Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than T-shirts. They are about you and everything you love. And they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team, the excitement you have for your event or cause, and that makes your business stand out from the rest. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom T-shirts do more than just make you look good. They help you feel good and inspire you to do good. Call Uniontown Printing Press at 724-366-7095. That's 724-366-7095. Are you down with UPP?
The Laurel Highlands School District Athletic Department and Football Boosters are proud to help co-sponsor the video stream of tonight's football playoff game at Beaver. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs football team from the School District Athletic Department and Football Boosters. Go Mustangs!
I'm Rosak and Steve Subrick back here at Beaver High School. Mustang band on the field. And Steve, as your halftime stats, they're being brought to you by the Radcliffe Law Firm.
Okay, for Beaver, Poopy was 2 out of 5, 15 yards. One catch going to Leaper, the other one to Porto for 8 and 7 yards respectively on the ground. If I can turn the page here with my gloves, it's cold. Sorry. Let's see what we got here. I know Ringer was 10 out of 10 carries, 28 yards and a score. Hilton had 12 carries for 62 yards and a score, and Shellcross had 3 carries, 8 yards and a score. In all, the Beaver Bobcats finished the half with 32 offensive plays, 93 yards on the ground, 15 in the air, 108 yards total offense. Just had 1 penalty and had 8 first downs. For the Mustangs, Gallagher was 6 out of 11 for 88 yards. Passes spread out, 1 to Pratt for 12, 2 to Shields for 42, and 3 to Hooper for 34 on the ground. Gallagher 10 carries, 22 yards, and Hooper just 1 carry for 25 yards and a score. And that's about it for the Mustangs on the ground. And they had 23 offensive plays, 48 yards rushing, 88 passing, 136, 4 penalties, negative 28 yards, and had just 4 first downs. But they somehow, some way got back in this football game. And this is what we've seen pretty much all year. The Mustangs don't look good at times, and then all of a sudden a couple big plays and they're back in the game, and they seem to play well when the score is tight late in the game. So let's see if that holds for tonight.
We'll pass along the scoring summary and take a look at some other scores around the WPIL, and our halftime show continues here on WMBS and on the Triple I High School Sports Network. Tied at 14, Laurel, Highlands, and Beaver. 4A first-round action from Beaver High School tonight.
Go mobile with First Federal of Greene County. Get security and convenience with First Federal's updated app. Turn off lost or stolen credit cards, check balances, manage card limits, deposit checks, pay bills, all with the swipe of your finger. Don't forget the Card Valet mobile app to further protect your debit card. Visit the Apple App Store or Google Play to download the apps. Visit firstfederalofgreene.com for more information. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Good afternoon. I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm Cameron.
And we're here to tell you about our youth group.
Every Thursday at Trinity United Presbyterian Church in Uniontown, we sing songs, play games, and learn about the Bible.
We also have special activities throughout the year, such as video game parties, Nerf night, horseback riding, and bowling, along with much more.
The fun starts at 5:30.
Join us for a great time of food, fun, and fellowship.
Youth group every Thursday at Trinity Presbyterian Church.
The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Orthopedic and Spine Institute is open, and their experienced providers are ready to care for you. Orthopedic and spine care spans a wide range of problems, from arthritis to joint trauma caused by injury or overuse. Hips, shoulders, knees, and backs are the most common areas where patients experience pain or impaired function. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, they can treat orthopedic and spine problems with state-of-the-art care. Their board-certified orthopedic surgeons and specialists are well experienced in the latest treatments for damaged and diseased joints. They offer everything from physical therapies to joint repairs and joint replacements. Whenever possible, the newest, minimally invasive techniques are used to ensure quicker recovery, less pain, and less damage to surrounding tissues. To learn more about the newly opened Orthopedic and Spine Institute at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, or to schedule an appointment, call 724-912-7533 or visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. The new us, here for you.
Casey Sports Cafe, owned by the Vernon family, is located on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Casey's has reopened for dine-in services with new hours, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Meals are home cooked and range from a variety of steaks, chicken and veal parmesan, liver and onions, along with appetizers, salads, wings, and sandwiches. Casey's offers free delivery in the Uniontown area with purchases of $10 or more. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey Sports Cafe.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $209 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet. Find new roads. Lease through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year. With $3,000 cash trade equity with Team Lease Loyalty or Lease Conquest. Plus $500 Chevy Cyber Event. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends November 30th, 2021. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Severe heartburn, chest pain, and regurgitation are symptoms of gastroesophageal reflux disease. This can lead to complications including ulcers, narrowing, and precancerous cells in the esophagus. At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologists, Drs. Ruthart, Calabrese, Hoppy, and I specialize in the care of reflux. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialist.com.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Back here at Beaver High School, tied at 14, the Bobcats and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs for a first-round action. Let's take a look at the WPIAL scoreboard. Some other playoff results will stay here in 4A. Thomas Jefferson a 35-0 halftime lead over Indiana. Good game between Montour and Armstrong. It's Montour 16, Armstrong 14. That game also at halftime. Newcastle on the road up over Highlands by a score of 18-7. Plum and Hampton tied at 7. Of course, here at Beaver High School, Laurel Highlands and Beaver tied at 14. Up in 5A, Fox Chapel a 7-3 lead over Upper St. Clair. It's Woodland Hills 20, Bethel Park 10. Penn Hills blanking Franklin Regional 14-0. And Peters Township and North Hills tied at 14. Down in 3A, it's Freeport leading Ambridge by a score of 14-6. Mount Pleasant a 27-7 lead over Burrell. East Allegheny leading Southmoreland by a score of 17-3, and Keystone Oaks at Dormont Stadium shutting out South Allegheny by a score of 28-0. Down in 2A, Mohawk up over Chartiers Houston 21-12. At Southside Beaver 21, Ligonier Valley 7, and Stowe Rocks up over Shady Side Academy by a score of 22-8. And down in 1A, Leechburg has doubled up California, leading the Trojans 14-7 at halftime. And Greensburg Central Catholic down 7-0. It's Olsh 7, Greensburg Central Catholic nothing. That game being played over at Hempfield High School. Of course, when our game wraps up, Don Rebel of all of the scores around the WPIL on the Trib Live High School Scoreboard Show. Reminder, this game and the broadcast rights to this game are the sole and exclusive property of the WPIL, WMBS, and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the viewing and listening audience, and any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent from WMBS, the WPIL, and Trib Total Media is strictly prohibited. Taking a look now at your first half scoring summary, and it was Beaver that got on the scoreboard first. In fact, the first 2 touchdowns of the game scored by the Bobcats. The first on a 1-yard run from Wyatt Ringer. Connor Masters adding the extra point. Score occurred at the 5:26 mark of the opening quarter capped off a 9-play, 57-yard drive that took 4:25 off the clock. Bobcats led it 7-0. And they came back with another touchdown, this one from Jason Shallcross on a 5-yard run. Again, Masters adding the extra point. That score occurred at the 9:28 mark of the second quarter. An 11-play, 45-yard drive took 4:23 off the clock. Bobcats were cruising up 14-0. But Laurel Highlands, a little surge in the final 6 minutes of the second quarter. Tajai Hooper, a 25-yard touchdown run. Harry Radcliffe adding the extra point. Score occurred at the 5:53 mark of the second quarter, capped off a 7-play, 79-yard drive that took 3:30 off the clock. Mustangs back to within a touchdown, and after a shank punt, Rodney Gallagher got the Mustangs to within 1 on a 7-yard touchdown run. Radcliffe added the extra point. Just a 3-play, 28-yard drive. Took just 37 seconds off the clock, and that's where we stand at halftime, tied at 14. Laurel Highlands did have a 39-yard field goal attempt from Harry Radcliffe that was blocked in the final minute of the second quarter, and it will be the Beaver Bobcats that will get the football to start the third quarter. Again, tied at 14, Laurel Highlands and Beaver here at the break. Nick Barchak will have a news update from Radio Pennsylvania on the way next, and we're back with the second half from Beaver High School here on WMBS on the Triple I High School Sports Network.
Striving harder to get you farther.
Have you ever been at a Fact bus stop and wondered where your bus was? Now you can track all Fact fixed route buses in real time. Go to factbus.com or download the Fact Bus Route app for your cell phone or tablet from the Google App Store. It's free. And don't forget, all Fact fixed route buses now have free Wi-Fi. For more information and for rates and routes, go to factbus.com or call 724-628-RIDE.
Forget the bus and grab the bus. Come along and ride with us. It's a fact. We're Fayette County Public Transit.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Lease Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lease does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lease does maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Call 724-245-2950. That's 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lease wishes all the area football teams good luck this season from Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
When it's time to service your vehicle, don't procrastinate. Call Rose Motors at 724-583-1944. Rose Motors, specializing in computer diagnostics, engine and electrical problems, brake service, electronic tune-ups, air conditioning repair, exhaust work, state inspection, and more. Looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? See Rose Motors, where financing is also available. Rose Motors, 42 River Avenue in Masontown. Serving the area for 3 generations. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, Saturday by
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
This is a Radio PA News update. A Washington County woman is under arrest after admitting to hiding her baby's body in the wall of her home. 25-year-old Kylie Wilt told Child Services her baby died in February from sudden infant death syndrome. She said she did not have the money to bury the baby, so she put the body in a plastic crate and hid it in a wall. Police are continuing to investigate. 2 western Pennsylvania communities have voted to merge. Tori Gates reports.
Voters in the Clearfield County communities, Du Bois and Sandy Township, voted on Tuesday to consolidate. Du Bois voters favored the proposal by a more than 2-to-1 margin, while in Sandy Township, the measure passed by only 33 votes. Backers of the merger say it will reduce redundancies in services and, in turn, taxpayer burden. The result will make Du Bois a third-class city of about 18,000 residents, and under the Home Rule Charter will be administered by a 7-member council. I'm Tori Gates.
A state senator continues to lead the fight for a higher minimum wage in Pennsylvania. Nearly every Senate session, Senator Christine Tartaglione takes to the Senate floor to call for increasing the state's $7.25 an hour minimum wage, always citing the number of days since the legislature last did so, which she noted on October 27th was 5,589 days.
A $7.25 an hour minimum wage earner makes just over $15,000 a year. This income level barely exceeds the 2019 federal poverty threshold for a one-person household, but falls under the poverty threshold for a two-person or more household.
Tartaglione has introduced legislation which would raise the state's minimum wage to $12 an hour with a path to $15. And a reminder for Pennsylvanians that daylight saving time ends Sunday morning at 2 a.m., so set your clocks back an hour and get that extra hour of sleep. I'm Mark Sims, and you're up to date from Radio PA.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
The Laurel Highlands School District Athletic Department and Football Boosters are proud to help co-sponsor the video stream of tonight's football playoff game at Beaver. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs football team from the School District Athletic Department and Football Boosters. Go Mustangs!
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, oil checked and windshield cleaned? Joe B's Golf. That's where. Joe B's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joe B's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station serving the Uniontown area in the same location for over 47 years. Joe B's Golf offers lockout services, general repairs, tire repair, fenced-in storage lots, state inspection, golf products, and AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $209 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet. Find new roads. Lease to GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year. With $3,000 cash trade equity with Team Lease Loyalty or Lease Conquest. Plus $500 Chevy Cyber Event. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends November 30th, 2021. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated, where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
Hello, everyone. This is John Marietta. With God, all things are possible. Who would have ever thought we would have come this far? I want to thank each and every one who has helped me get this far. We couldn't have done this without you all. Change is what you ask for, and that's what you're going to get. This was about you, not me. I'm just a regular guy trying to do the right thing. I am John Marietta. I am the hillbilly. With your help, you have made me the next recorder of deeds for the people of Fayette County. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless America.
When you need a vaccine, look to Peach & Pharmacy as a partner in your health. Peach Pharmacy has all of the COVID-19 vaccines, including boosters, at no cost to you. They also have the shingles and pneumonia vaccine. Schedule online, by phone, or just walk in. When you are ready, get your vaccine at Peach Pharmacy, located in downtown Connellsville.
Peach Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Back here at Beaver High School, Brian Morozak along with Steve Super, Tony Hanola keeping stats. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios, tied at 14. Laurel, Highlands, and Beaver about 3 minutes away from starting the third quarter. Steve, we mentioned Laurel Highlands still looking for their first playoff win in school history, 0-10 in the postseason coming into tonight. Last time they were in the playoffs back in 2015, lost 59-14 against Central Valley. In fact, their last 3 playoff games all against Central Valley. Lost in 2014, 48-26. Also lost in 2011, 60-20. Fell against Thomas Jefferson in 09, 51-7. Lost against Highlands in 08, 49-14. And 07 to TJ again, 56-7. And fell to Pine Richland in 2006, 57-16. Their only really close playoff game going back over the years, Steve, back in 2003 when they hosted their only home playoff game. They were seeded 8th, Hampton seeded 9th, and the Mustangs lost a 21-14 game. Their previous playoff appearance was in 02, lost 70-6 there, and prior to that, their first playoff appearance in school history back in 1989, fell against Brownsville 41-14, so they're 0-10, Steve, but they're in this game tonight, tied at 14 here at the break.
Yep, and it should be a good second half. I'm getting a little distracted behind you, Brian. I'm the doorman here for the stairs upstairs.
Don't leave your post.
Yeah.
And Beaver, on the other hand, certainly a rich playoff history. 27 WPIL playoff appearances, all-time WPIL playoff record of 23-24. They won the WPIL 2A championship in 1972. Also won the 3A championship in 81 and the 2A championship in 1982, but they're making their 11th playoff appearance in the last 12 seasons, only missing out last year. They have only lost in the first round once in their last 5 postseason appearances, and of course reached the semifinals in 2013 and 2017. So they've been a consistent performer in the postseason over the years, but the Mustangs really have them on the ropes here, Steve. A good first half.
Well, it was an odd first half, to be honest. I mean, not odd, but it was tale of 2 quarters. Really, the Mustangs got completely dominated, and the way the Bobcats play, they're not going to score a ton of points. They're just going to matriculate the ball down the field and just kind of, take up a lot of time, and that's what they did, and that's what they were trying to do. And they scored 14 points, and they looked like they were in complete control. And then all of a sudden, I think really the biggest play was the pass to Hooper, and he went off to the right side. He went around the right end, and all of a sudden goes down the sideline, and all of a sudden the Mustangs back in the game, and then they get a stop, and then they score again, and all of a sudden it's a 14-14 game. And they actually could have took the lead at the end of the half. They got a blocked field goal, but they could have they threw a pass in the end zone that got dropped by the Shields. That could have been a touchdown. So the Mustangs could have a 21-7 lead, or a 14 lead, but it's been a heck of a football game, and you wonder, coming out, if they're going to be able to establish that run. It's almost like starting over, and if they're going to try to establish that running game, but at least the Mustangs should feel more comfortable offensively, knowing at least they know how to attack this defense a little bit better.
The Mustangs will be going into the wind here in the third quarter, but over the wind to their backs in the fourth quarter. So something to watch for as well. And Beaver to get the football to start this third quarter. Again, working right to left as we describe it, as Harry Radcliffe will send it away.
Thank a lot of our loyal viewers and listeners, Brian. Got some people all over the country tonight. Got John Canchi down in Florida watching again. And my daughter Stephanie is in Nashville, Tennessee watching the game.
Nice.
Rooting on the Mustangs.
And Radcliffe will send this away. Isaiah Ramsey, the deep man back here for Beaver. Let's see if they send it in his direction. They'll angle it off on the far side.
Look at that thing.
Hit short and bounce forward, and the Bobcats lucky just to fall on it there from Frankie Chirico getting on it at the 22-yard line. Also have to thank our video stream sponsors for tonight as well, including the Uniontown Printing Press, John & John Attorneys at Law, Lansing Academy of Dance, the Laurel Highlands School District, the Laurel Highlands Athletic Department, and the Laurel Highlands Football Boosters for making our broadcast of Mustang football possible here tonight.
And our friends down at Potter's. and Marukas and all the guys that normally watch the games, where people go down and watch the games. We appreciate everyone watching and listening.
And Beaver will start this drive from their own 21-yard line, and this will be a straight run. They're going to go back now, Steve, to Wyatt Ringer as the quarterback, and Ringer lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, be 2nd down and 9. They'll give Ringer, they'll credit him a yard on the play. And now they're going to take Wyatt out of the game and put Isaac Poopy back in. So they really have limited Ringer's reps, Steve, throughout the first 2 quarters of this game.
They sure have, and they've tried to keep him from out of harm's way, but I don't think they can hold him back any longer.
Triple left formation. Poopy's going to put it up across the middle. That was almost picked off by Keandre DeShields, who almost had a step in front of the intended wide receiver, Liam Gibson. That could have been 6 going back the other way.
I think he had Lucas coming in following the receiver, and I think he was concerned of a collision, and he got a little short-armed there, little alligator arms by DeShields. If he catches that ball in stride, he's going the other way for a touchdown.
Well, this would be a huge stop for the Mustang defense to start this 3rd quarter. Again, Laurel Highlands with all the momentum really since the midway stages of the 2nd quarter. 2 late touchdowns in that 2nd frame, and now Beaver facing a 3rd and 9. Poopy out of the gun, triple left, said he's going to put it up, single coverage far side, jump ball here, and it's knocked down by Hooper. Tajai Hooper, great defensive play there. Jarrell Leeper was the intended wide receiver there for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Leeper actually grabbed Hooper's right arm, and Hooper went up with his right arm to knock it down. That was a great play by Hooper.
Now 4th down, Bobcats no choice here, have to punt it away, and it's been an adventure so far. You had one go over the head of Baker. He was able to regain and send it away, and had another shank that went just 5 yards.
And Bobcats have personnel problems right now. They're missing a few players.
Late substitution here. Frankie Chirico fell on that kickoff. We'll check in. Play clock at 14. You'd hate to burn a timeout here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. I think they have everyone set here. And back of the 8-yard line, Baker takes the snap, will send it away, had the wind at his back that time, and a good kick. It'll one-hop in front of Rodney Gallagher, who picks it up at the Mustang 45. Across the midfield stripe, spins forward and takes it down to the 44 of Beaver. That's where Laurel Highlands will start 1st and 10 when we come back. 11:02 left here in the 3rd. Game tied at 14. We're back in 30 here on the CR Piranha Group High School Sports Night.
When it comes to protecting all your stuff, wouldn't it be great to have one place that protects it all? Here's some good news. Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Blejo is the only insurance agent you need to help keep tabs on protection for all your stuff. Everything from your home, car, and boat to your motorcycle, snowmobile, and ATV. Stop by Allstate agent Russ Blejo's office today on Lebanon Avenue. Are you in good hands? Subject to terms, conditions, availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates.
From the Bobcats 44, Gallagher out of the gun, hand off to Hooper, a little juggle, able to regain, turns the corner far side, takes it down just shy of the 40-yard line. Give Hooper 3 to bring up 2nd down and 7. A nice little regain there, Steve, from Tajai.
Boy, I tell you what, you're right. He bobbled it. It went up in the air, and he just kind of looked back to his left and had the whereabouts to keep his wits about him and keep running forward. And he just kind of popped it back to himself and was able to get a couple yards.
2nd and 7, 10:34 left here in the 3rd. Gallagher out of the shotgun. Mustangs working left to right as we describe it. Game tied at 14. Hooper again off to the left of Gallagher. Takes the snap. Again, the read option goes to Tajai, now coming near side. Tajai cuts up the field and looks like a pinball there. Steve bouncing off a couple of Bobcats, getting down close to the 37. We'll give him 3. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. And again, likely 4-down territory here with the Mustangs kicking into the wind here in the 3rd quarter.
And you look out to the left, Brian, those lights are beautiful. What a view here at this stadium. It's kind of a neat little stadium. They kind of built this field amongst the buildings and the hillside, and it's kind of nestled in here. And I was told it's not beautiful, it's magical by my buddy Greg Bowser, who lives up here in Beaver, PGA member.
They send out Hooper in motion. Gallagher's in trouble, gets out of it, and lobs it on the far side. Jump ball intercepted. Picked off there by Liam Gibson, who's down the far sideline and got brought down from behind at the Beaver 48.
Well, that's just, like I said, throwing those floating passes up there, dangerous.
Especially into the wind.
Yeah, just a tough one there. And that's the first big mistake the Mustangs have made.
First turnover of the night on either side. A Gibson interception here for the Bobcats as Beaver set up now close to midfield. Let's see if we get a little momentum swing back in the Bobcats' direction with 9:28 left on the clock here in the third quarter. Poopy and the Bobcats working right to left, and you have Jacob Hilton now off to the left of Poopy with a triple left set, and they'll go back up to Hilton up the middle. They've had success with this all night, and look out as Hilton breaks into the secondary inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Hilton with a 25-yard run and a Bobcats first down.
You know, they call that sudden change. The teams call that sudden. When there's a sudden change in momentum, the teams have to react and accordingly and basically stop the sudden change, and the Mustangs did not do that there. The Bobcats did a good job of keeping the momentum going.
Triple left set again from the Laurel Highlands 28. Back to Hilton, run on the right side. That time just getting 2, maybe 3, was wrestled down on the play by the Mustangs' Lucas Ferens.
Every football game you watch, there's always a couple plays that'll create a sudden change and how the teams react. And right now the Bobcats showed a big play there with Hilton getting some big yards.
Up to the Mustangs defense here again. Poopy back out of the gun, and Laurel Highlands came across the line early.
And all the momentum now going in the Bobcats' favor, but it's early yet, so.
It's interesting, Steve, if you look at this game, Beaver had their success in the opening quarter with the wind at their backs. Laurel Highlands had success in the second quarter with the wind at their backs. Where's the wind right now? At the back of Beaver.
You know, the Beaver shouldn't really be favored with the wind on the offense because they're just running the football.
Correct.
But the Mustangs really got hurt by that ball fluttering into the wind.
They go back to Hilton here on the left side, and Hilton gang tackle, but carrying a couple of Mustangs down to the 13-yard line. 8-yard pickup there on a 2nd and 3. Another Bobcats first down. First Mustang to get to him there was A.J. Sumter, but it took a few others to bring him down.
And I can tell you this, it's cold out there. We can feel it in here. We're in the press box. We got a couple windows up, and it's really cold. So you can imagine with the wind blowing at you down on the field.
I would not be wanting to sit. Would not be wanting to sit in the stands tonight either. Another inside handoff going here to Hilton. He lost the football. Let's see who got
Mustangs,
it.
The Bobcats say they have it.
And they're going to say it is Beavers football here at the 6-yard line. Will go as a gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, he fumbled it, and it went forward a yard or two. And they're going to. Yep, they give it. They didn't give it to them. They came out of there with it. Number 5, who's that? That's Gibson.
Correct, Liam Gibson, who had the interception earlier. Able to recover it there for Beaver.
So you're going to probably go back to this T formation.
And they're going to bring Wyatt Ringer back into the game with the blockers out in front of him. Ringer on the 2nd and 3 from the 6. Goes right up the middle, and Ringer brought down here. They're going to rule him down right at the 1.
And the Mustangs,
so enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
The Mustangs can't stop that. You wonder why they're not doing it all game, but the Mustangs just cannot. They just got too many blockers.
Now they had too many men on the field. And now 1st and goal from the 1. Ringer takes the snap across the right side of the line. He's into the end zone for a touchdown, and Beaver back in the lead. Wyatt Ringer now 17 rushing touchdowns on the season, and the Bobcats on top 20-14. Beaver just doing what they do best, Steve, running the football right up the middle. Right down the throats of Laurel Highlands here on this drive in the middle of the third quarter.
Well, the sudden change momentum really went in Beaver's favor, and they took advantage as the kick is good.
From Masters, and it's a 21-14 lead for Beaver. 7:28 left here in the third, and we're back in 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com, Uniontown. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Bortz Jr.
Connor Masters set to kick off here for the Bobcats, following a Wyatt Ringer 1-yard touchdown run. Masters added the extra point. It was a 4-play, 53-yard drive, like 2 minutes off the clock. On the run back, that's Dan Carney. We'll take it back close to the 40-yard line. Again, we're here at Pat Tarquinio Field. 7:21 left here in the third quarter. Laurel Highlands with the football working left to right as we describe it now, down 7 at 21-14. And Coach Tarquinio, Steve, longtime coach here at Beaver, actually played for Juniata College in the Tangerine Bowl back in the 1950s.
Tangerine Bowl. Boy, remember that when I was a kid in the 70s, the Tangerine Bowl. That's kind of neat. And, well, the amazing part of that is
Juniata was in the Tangerine Bowl. How about that?
Yeah, that's.
It was 1957.
Yeah, but still, that's.
Mustangs calling for a sideline warning.
I remember back in the 70s and early 80s, that was a pretty big bowl.
Yes, it was. You played in a couple of bowl games yourself at a Blue Bonnet Bowl back in the day.
The Gator Bowl.
Gator Bowl.
Hall of Fame Bowl.
Hall of Fame Bowl. Doing some good things for the Mountaineers. Steve still holds the all-time record for most punts and most punting yardage down at West Virginia. So Laurel Highlands trying to make some hay here from their own 40-yard line. They'll reposition Brian Yorchik to the right side of the line as Gallagher takes the snap, straight run the entire way. Hooper out in front to block, and Rod run out of bounds here close to the 45-yard line.
Brian, don't let it go unnoticed on that Carney on that kick. That was a good job by him to field that ball. That ball was going to trickle down another 15 or 20 yards, and he kind of caught it it was dangerous. He caught it on a one hop and saved the Mustangs 15 or 20
yes.
there, and he went up and got some yards. So that was a good job by him to at least give the Mustangs some good field position.
Carney, Mustangs leading tackler on defense, making a big special teams play there. Now 2nd and 5 for Laurel Highlands, trying to get things settled back down after that Bobcats touchdown. Rod, inside handoff, going back to Hooper, breaks a couple of tackles into the secondary. Inside the 40, and he gets inside the 35. Look out here.
Gone.
Down the far side, Hooper inside the 15, 10, 5, and Hooper is in for a Mustang touchdown. 55 yards out. Tajai Hooper has the Mustangs back to within 1, down 21-20. No flags.
Oh, wow, what a play by Hooper up the middle. And just got out in space, and he got a couple of good blocks from DeShields and Chambers getting downfield. Wide receivers blocking. Old Rich Rodriguez would love that. He used to tell me all the time wide receivers cannot play unless they can block, and they did a heck of a job going downfield there.
Hooper's second rushing touchdown of the night for Laurel Highlands. And now Radcliffe for an all-important extra point to tie this game up at 21. Clean snap coming back. Diamond puts it down. Extra point from Radcliffe is good. Harry solid again. We're tied at 21. 7:04 left here in the third. We're back at 60 here on the CR Brada Group High School Sports Night.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Kickoff going back to the 10-yard line, and the Bobcats take it back to the 30-yard line.
And I just got word from my good buddy Steve Nesser that the great Lash Nesser, who, congratulations, by the way, in the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame.
Good news this week.
Yeah, that was big news and a big ceremony there last weekend. And but Stevie just tells me that Dad last Nusser played in the Tangerine Bowl, if you can believe that. Yeah, about
that was Chirico on that last kick return, by the way, for the Bobcats, who get it back now. Game tied again at 21. 6:58 left in the third. Last drive for the Mustangs. Just a two-play, 60-yard drive. Took 17 seconds off the clock. Capped off on that 55-yard run from Hooper. And look out here. Bobcats trying to answer back with a big power run from Jacob Hilton, taking it down to the 40-yard line. 10-yard run for Hilton. He's been a bully all night long for the Beaver Bobcats. And now for Hilton on the night, that's 17 carries for 109 yards. Went over 100 on that last run.
Spinning, turning run from Hilton. Looked like they had him in the backfield. Mustangs got hands on him, could not wrap him up. He just kept spinning around like a top and went down the field.
Great playoff game tonight here in Beaver County. Poopy inside handoff. Hilton again, this time wrapped up and driven down. Just a yard gain for the 6'2", 190 senior Jacob Hilton, hoping he's not playing his final game tonight.
Well, all kind of watch party. Just got word of a big watch party in Pittsburgh tonight watching this game. My son Joey Suprick's there, rooting on the Mustangs. He's a Red Raider, but he's rooting on those Mustangs.
I think all Fayette County.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this, Steve. Laurel Highlands was the only team that played a WPIAL schedule in Fayette County this year that picked up a win in the regular season.
And a lot of people rooting them on. And this has been great. The Mustangs, they get punched in the gut, and they just keep coming back for more. There's no quitting this team.
What do we got here?
And it looks like a false start. And you can hear the coaches, Brian, to your right. We're right next to the Beaver coaches, and somebody in that booth did not like that.
Yeah, Bobcats going back 5.
And Ringer coming back in the game. And he's
second and 14 now.
They're going to put him out there at running back.
Only saw this a couple of
times.
Look,
there's confusing. The coaches over here are screaming, and they're like they got too many men in the field. Is that
now they're sending off Hilton?
That's a flag. That's a flag,
yeah,
Brian.
12 men in the huddle.
There wasn't really a huddle, but they can't have the formation and all of a sudden somebody go out. And that's what I can hear their coaches say that we didn't have a huddle.
Still an illegal substitution.
Yeah. Yeah, you can hear it over there, Brian. I don't know if you can hear it.
I can hear it a little bit.
Yeah. These guys are screaming over there.
And they're not happy about it.
I can tell you what, Tony and I went into Laurel Highlands coach's booth at halftime, and it's about 30 degrees warmer in there. Of course,
they got a lot of space heaters there. Now, second and 19.
He's gonna throw
it's going to be a throw. It's Ringer on the halfback option. Pass, single coverage, far side, pass interference. But it might have been a good pass interference penalty there from Gallagher. Just ran over Santiago, better than a touchdown. Remember the high school game, just a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, but is it automatic? It's not even automatic first down, is
it?
No, so it's going to be – well, Gallagher couldn't really help it, but the receiver that was that Link?
It was Santiago.
Santiago, yeah, number 2. He actually the ball was underthrown, so Santiago running downfield, he just stopped, and Gallagher ran over him, and nobody could have stopped from that. But again, it's not an.
It should be 2nd and 4 now after the 15-yard penalty.
That's correct.
So I think it's you look at it from the Laurel Highlands perspective, it's better than giving up a touchdown. And now 2nd and 4.
Yeah, but they had him on the ropes there, Brian. That was a kind of a, you can see they were setting that up earlier, and now we're back to this T formation with
Ringer back in there on the short yardage play. 2nd and 4. Snap goes back to Ringer. Just a straight run up the middle, and they've made a lot of hay doing it tonight in the Laurel Highlands territory down to the 49. Needed 4, got 5. That moves the sticks again.
It's kind of odd to me. Even though, I like to watch offensive football and watch the ball being thrown and all that stuff, but when this kid Ringer's in the game and he just seems to be getting 6, 7, 8 yards every time they run up the field, why wouldn't they just keep doing that? But
I still think it's just a situation, Steve, of health. They're just trying to manage his reps.
Yeah, well,
this time a little read option play, and our first run that we've seen from Poopy tonight, getting 2 down to the 46.
You manage their reps, Brian. If they don't win tonight, they're not playing next week. He's got all year to manage his reps right now.
I hear you.
They got to win.
And again, we don't know what the injury is.
No, we don't know. But all I'm saying is when they put him out there, he seems to be getting a big yards, or at least 7, 8 yards a clip. And the Hilton kid seems to be getting some big yards going up the middle, and they just don't seem to go to that as much as you would think.
2nd and 8. Poopy out of the gun. Inside handoff going here back to Hilton. And Hilton plugged up at the 42-yard line after a gain of 4. Will bring up 3rd down and 4. But I talked to head coach Court Rouse last night, Steve, and he said that Ringer was going to give it a go, but again, they were going to kind of manage his game. And when they actually sent me starters, Poopy was listed as the starting quarterback for the game.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and 4 as we approach the 4-minute mark of this 3rd quarter. Again, Hilton off to the left of Poopy in the backfield, and I think Beaver jumped.
Yep, left.
I think that was the left tackle, 73, Omari Smith. Smith, a big guy, 6'4", 275 pounds, a junior.
Yeah, can't miss him moving there, can you? And he just and that actually looked like he was pulling tackle. He looked like he was going to pulling around his left guard, and he was going to go to the right, so that was probably going to be a run up the right side.
And again, thanks to our video stream sponsors. Without them, our video broadcast would not be possible tonight, including the Lansing Academy of Dance, Uniontown Printing Press, John & John Attorneys at Law, Laurel Highlands School District, Laurel Highlands Athletic Department, the Laurel Highlands Football Boosters, all stepping up to the table for this playoff game. And here's Poopy in trouble, and he'll get sacked back at the 41. First Mustang to get to him was Colton Cole.
Yeah, Colton Cole did a good job. And I tell you what, Lucas Ferens was there to make sure he wasn't going to get away. So, I mean, I don't think Lucas will get credit for any part of that sack, but he was right there as well. But Cole did a great job of reading that play and getting in there, and that'll force a punt.
4th and long, 4th and 19. Gallagher back in the Mustang 24.
They're giving it the old punt safe sign for the Mustangs. Basically, just make sure they don't fake it. But you got to put a little pressure on this kid because the snaps have been pretty bad. There's a good
clean
snap,
this
though.
time, coming back to Baker, sends it away again with the wind in his back. It'll bounce a couple of times, and Gallagher's going to let it go, and it'll roll dead inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. They'll blow on it a little bit there, and that's where Laurel Highlands will start 1st and 10 when we come back. 2:54 left here in the 3rd. Game tied at 21. We're back in 30 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Lease Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lease does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lease does maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Call 724-245-2950. That's 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lease wishes all the area football teams good luck this season from Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
Laurel Highlands starting this drive from their own 17-yard line with Gallagher out of the shotgun. Hooper off to his left. Now coming in motion is Pratt. They'll fake the jet sweep. Rod keeps it. Goes right up the middle across the 20. Still on his feet at the 25. Breaks a couple of tackles, and he'll get driven back here at the 27-yard line. So Rod picking up, Steve. 9, maybe 10. Should be very close to a Mustang first down.
I don't think he got it, but he's going to be about they did give it to him.
They did give it to him. The Mustangs will take it, first down. Another good power run for Rod, and on the night for Gallagher now. 12 carries for 37 yards. So they've plugged him up pretty good in the rushing department, but has hit some big plays down the field. Tajai Hooper, 4 carries, 87 yards in this game for Laurel Highlands. He's been the big play runner for the Mustangs. They have him in the backfield again, this time to the right of Rod. Triple right formation, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs, 27. They'll go back to Hooper, and look out here. Hooper upended at the 35, fell forward to the 37. Close to another Laurel Highlands first down, I think about a half yard short this time.
Yep.
Let's see what we got here, Steve. They got 2nd and inches.
Hooper looks a little more comfortable each time he carries the ball, doesn't he?
I think one of the best changes, Coach Colasar, and they're going to give him the first down. Wow.
Yeah.
I think one of the best changes Coach Colasar made as far as in-season adjustments was here late in the season, putting Hooper as a tailback after they lost both Eric Allen and Ben Wilson. Wilson is dressed today, but listed on the depth chart, only being used in emergency situations. Snap going back to Gallagher, trying to get out a little bit of trouble here, shaking and baking and moving forward down to the 43-yard line. Gallagher 5, maybe 6 there for Laurel Highlands, bringing up 2nd and a short 5. He's crafty, Steve.
He is.
1:23 left here in the 3rd. Game still tied at 21.
He's a crafty young veteran, if you will. He's a veteran, really. He's only a junior, but he's been
playing since his freshman year.
He looks like a crafty vet out there.
2nd and 4. Twins to each side. Rod takes the snap, looking to put it up. Now the pocket collapsing, trying to get out of it. Steps up, and about a yard short of getting back to the line of scrimmage. About a yard loss on the play. We'll bring up 3rd down and 5 here for Gallagher and the Mustangs.
Well, really, what you got to do for the Mustangs, you got to get to the 4th quarter. Because you get to the 4th quarter, now you got the kicker with the wind with him. If you have to punt, you got the wind behind you. Just everything is in the Mustangs' favor now, and they just got to keep this thing in front of them.
3rd and 5, here we go. Under 30 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. They're going to bring Jaden Pratt in motion to the near side, trying to get Beaver to jump off sides, repositions himself in the slot as Rod takes the snap. Rod with some pressure coming, steps out to the near side, throws it down the field and has a man, Jaden Pratt, right at the sticks for a 1st down.
Wow, if he doesn't fall down, he runs.
But he made the catch, needed 5, got 6, and that's the Laurel Highlands 1st down, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We'll go to the 4th, tied at 21, Laurel Highlands and Beaver. We're back to bring you the 4th quarter in 60 seconds here on the CR Barada Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and on the Triple M High School Sports Network.
Good afternoon. I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm Cameron.
And we're here to tell you about our youth group.
Every Thursday at Trinity United Presbyterian Church in Uniontown, we sing songs, play games, and learn about the Bible.
We also have special activities throughout the year, such as video game parties, Nerf night, horseback riding, and bowling, along with much more.
The fun starts at 5:30.
Join us for a great time of food, fun, and fellowship.
Youth group every Thursday at Trinity Presbyterian Church.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill, shop and save.
Back here for the 4th quarter in Beaver County at Beaver High School. Laurel Highlands and Beaver tied at 21. Mustangs now with the wind at their backs here for the 4th quarter, working right to left as we describe it. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super, Tony Hanola keeping stats. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios.
And that's a cold wind out there right now.
Yes, it is. Triple left set, low snap coming back, set up the screen, goes to Pratt, complete on the near side, into Beaver territory. Pratt with a 1st down and more and run out of bounds. Let's see where they roll him out, right at the 36-yard line, pick up a 15.
Boy, you can see that, Brian. He was throwing that right towards you and I. And when he threw that ball, the wind blew it a good 2 feet, and it was only going across the field about 10 yards.
Packed house tonight at Mamaruka's cheering on the Mustangs, one of our sponsors. As you mentioned, Steve, a lot of watch parties around the area.
Love those hot sausage hoagies down there. That would taste good right about now, wouldn't it?
Yes.
With a hot chocolate.
1st and 10 for Laurel Highlands, looking for their first playoff win in school history. Line of scrimmage, the Beaver 35. Rod takes the snap, and a handoff going here to Hooper, and Hooper on the far side. Hooper still going down to the 24-yard line. We lost our radio audience. Stay tuned, we'll get them back and reconnect on the radio side as Hooper, another nice run there for Laurel Highlands 1st down. 11:44 left here in the 4th quarter.
That's 724-439-8600.
Hooper now over 100 yards rushing, 6 carries. And we're back on the radio side as well. Tajai Hooper, an 11-yard run is what you missed. Laurel Highlands with the football now at the Beaver 24-yard line. Hooper over 100 yards rushing for the game. And Rod, a little play fake, quick screen near side, pass complete, Matt Lucas. And Lucas breaking a couple of tackles down to the 20-yard line. 4-yard gain there for Lucas. Good drive here for Laurel Highlands.
I tell you what, I'm looking at if I'm coordinating for Coach Colasar, and I'm not, but if I was, they're on to that. They're getting close to jumping those, and you got to send somebody down the field just to respect and have a little respect, and let Gallagher throw one down the field, throw one up to Pratt or to Shields, and make those defensive backs back up a little bit.
And need a little decoy play there just to keep them honest defensively. 11:05 left in regulation.
Well, they got a
Rod directing traffic, repositioning now. Hooper off to his left. Again, has 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 20. Play fake. Rod calls his own number up the middle. Breaks a couple of tackles down to the 13-yard line. Enough for another Mustang first down. Needed 6, got 7. And the Mustangs with another 1st and 10.
Well, that time they had 3 receivers out to the right and only 2 defenders and no one anywhere near him. But I thought maybe he might throw one over there again. But almost like they're trying to bait him into doing that and jumping. But one of these times, one of those Mustang receivers is going to slip down the field and be wide open for a score.
1st and 10 now from the Beaver 13-yard line. Rod out of the shotgun. That's Dan Carney now off to his right in the backfield. Rod takes the snap, design run. Carney out in front to block. And Rod gets down close to the 10-yard line. 3-yard pickup to bring up 2nd down and 7. And Beaver, if you're just joining us, jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Laurel Highlands came back with 2 touchdowns in the final 6 minutes of the second quarter to tie the game up at 14. And then Beaver struck first in the third quarter to go up 21-14. Then Tajai Hooper, a 55-yard touchdown run to tie things up at 21. And now the Mustangs driving. And, Steve, they're looking for the first lead of the night. They've not led in this game.
Well, it's a little too early to start looking at the clock thinking you got to try to use as much time as possible. You just want to score.
Triple left set. Gallagher out of the gun. Carney to his right takes the snap. Rolls to the far side. Gallagher trying to cut up the field. Well read by Beaver defensively. No gain for Rod. Run out of bounds on the far side. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Well, this is now you get a little bit of a decision to make here if you're Coach Kolesar. And if you don't get this first down, how close do you got to get to go for it on 4th down? And are they going to call timeout? Something happened over there on the sideline, Brian. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Gallagher's hurt.
That's no good.
I mean, he's up, but he's like limping.
And you don't have backup quarterback C.J. Soltis available today either. C.J. went down in that game against Uniontown last week.
You got Duke, right?
John Duke would be the next option, or you go to Chambers. I would go to Chambers in this situation just from an experience standpoint.
Yeah, Chambers is in, but I don't know if he's in at quarterback.
Chambers a senior, Duke only a sophomore. Big-time spot here in a playoff game, and Joe Chambers will be the Mustang quarterback for this 3rd and 7.
Gallagher looks like he's
and you have Chambers under center. He dropped the snap, and Beaver got on it. Wow.
My God.
You talk about big plays and momentum. Nicholas Oliver recovering the fumble.
What are they doing?
Wow. So Rod went down. You had to change at quarterback. Chambers, maybe some cold hands out there, Steve. Fumbled the snap. Rod's back on the field.
Gallagher's back on the
limping.
field.
And now Beaver's going to get it back in a tie game with a football at their own 11-yard line after the Joe Chambers fumble. So the Mustangs a couple of turnovers in this game, and Beaver gets the football back with 9:26 left in regulation.
Well, Chambers comes in cold, like he's not cold. He's been playing, but not used to taking a snap from under center. Gallagher doesn't even take very many under there.
Ringer back in there for Beaver. Takes the snap from the 11-yard line. Run right up the middle. Mustangs crowding the line, and Ringer gets 4 up to the 15. Bring up 2nd and 6.
If you're a Beaver, now you've seen the Mustangs drive the ball on you a little bit. You got to be a little concerned. You're almost trying to eat the clock up and, just try to run this thing down.
Again, Beaver's last 4 games all decided by 7 points or less. 2 of them went into overtime.
So they're used to playing close games as well. And Gallagher coming off limping again. He's holding his ankle, his knee area.
Now the referee's getting together. Via 2nd and 7 from the 14.
Got some listeners in Boonesboro, Maryland tonight. Rod and Laura Menas. And listening over there in Boonesboro, up in the western Maryland.
What's the holdup here, Steve? Any idea?
I don't know what they're doing. They're talking to the official is talking to the coaching staff from the Bobcats.
Let me 2nd and 7. They're going to go back to that formation with Ringer with 3 blockers out in front of him out of the shotgun. Ringer a run right up the middle, and Ringer just gets back to the line of scrimmage that time. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
And Poopy has not been in the game since Ringer came back in. They're going to run the ball now. And Poopy was in there to pass.
3rd and 7. 8:40 left here in the fourth quarter. They go back to Ringer here again. Mustangs have to be careful not to jump across there. They almost did with Deke. And they're going to take the play clock down here a little bit. It's at 15, and now
they're going to call a timeout.
Going to call a timeout. With 8:24 left here in regulation, game tied at 21. We're back in 60 here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
Don't fall behind on your home improvement projects. Let First Federal of Greene County help with the heavy lifting. Planning to remodel your kitchen or bath? Considering an addition, patio, or new roof? First Federal gives you all the tools you need. FHA Title I improvement loans, home equity loans, construction loans, and owner-builder loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $209 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year. For $3,000 cash trade equity with June Lease Loyalty or Lease Conquest, plus $500 Chevy Cyber Event. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends November 30th, 2021. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
3rd and 7 now from the Beaver 15-yard line.
Poopy's back in there, Brian, so they're going to try to throw.
Poopy out of the gun. Man coming in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep. Poopy's going to put it up. Single coverage, far side, jump ball. And that one is incomplete. Incomplete at the 45-yard line.
Well,
the intended wide receiver down there for the Bobcats was Josiah Santiago.
Santiago still had the ball on the ground, but apparently it's across the field from us, so we couldn't see whether he caught it or not. But no argument from Santiago, so now they're going to have to punt. And this is, if you remember, Brian, punting in this direction, he had a shank, he had a punt snap almost go over his head. And now I got to believe, is Gallagher back? Is that Gallagher? No, that's not Gallagher back there, is it?
Yes, Gallagher is back there, Steve, back at the 47-yard line. Clean snap coming back on the punt here from Baker.
It's a little
and it'll bounce in front of Gallagher, and Rod's going to let it go, and it'll get down here at the 49-yard line, and that's where Laurel Highlands will start. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats, 49. We're back in 30 seconds. Game time at 21, 8:05 left in regulation here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Back here at Beaver High School from the Bobcats, 49. Mustangs go back to the ground, and that's Hooper taking it down close to the 45 at the 46-yard line. Pickup of 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
And most importantly for the Mustangs, you have Gallagher back in at quarterback. Chambers goes back out to receiver. And this would be the time for the old Hankstram to matriculate the ball down the field and run out the clock here for the Mustangs.
A lot of time left, 7:35 left in regulation. Gallagher takes the snap. Play fake. Pressure coming in his face. Scrambles out to the far side, and Gallagher run out of bounds right around the 40-yard line. Needed 7 and got extremely close to another Mustang first down. We'll see where they spot it at.
They're going to spot it at the 40, about a yard short. This is where you miss Allen.
Yes. 3rd and 1.
Now, last time they had a 3rd or 4th and short, they threw the ball down the field, which was surprising. I got to believe at this point you got to give the ball they got Carney in there, so that tells me they're going to either let Gallagher try to run for it.
3rd and 1 from the Bobcats, 40. Clean snap coming back to Rod. Steps up, looks to run, has the first down to the 35-yard line.
About 6 more of those plays, and you can get this thing down inside of 2 minutes.
Now the clock rolling, 6:40 left in regulation.
This is I tell you what, if you're a Bobcat fan, you got to be sick right now. You were up 14-0, and this was just it's just like it looked like it was going to be a blowout, and the Mustangs just kept fighting back.
And a great game here tonight at Beaver High School. Gallagher with Carney to his left, twin receivers to each side. Gallagher now sending Pratt in motion, inside handoff goes to Carney inside the 35-30, and Carney takes it down to the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a good play caller to give us a play that nobody would expect. And no offense to Carney, but you know, if you've been watching the Mustangs all year, you're not expecting Carney to get the ball there. And all of a sudden he slips up in there. They're looking at Hooper coming across and Pratt and all these guys running around Gallagher, and they slip it into Carney. He gets a big gain.
2nd and 2, line of scrimmage, the Beaver 27. Twin receivers to each side. Rod out of the gun, takes the snap, hangs in the pocket. Quick out near side, look out there, almost intercepted. Was knocked down, and actually you had Pratt playing defensive back there.
Boy,
and the Bobcats, Jonathan Corman, and you called it earlier, Steve. That could have went back the other way.
Yeah, I mean, he is so good. He is so good. It's unbelievable, but he's not a pocket passer throwing an out pass in a cold weather to a guy 15 yards down the field on the wide side of the field. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Here we go, 3rd and 2 from the Beaver 27, 5:30 left in regulation. Gallagher out of the gun, Carney to his left. They're bringing Pratt in motion, fake the jet sweep. Gallagher up the middle, first down and more inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. 9-yard pickup for Gallagher, and a Mustang first down with 5:24 left here in regulation. Laurel, Highlands, and Beaver tied at 21. Mustangs looking for the go-ahead touchdown. Boy, this has been fun tonight, Steve.
It's been cold, I can tell you that. But
temperature hasn't even bothered me. I've been enjoying the game tonight.
You got your big parka on. And
dressed more like I was going skiing tonight than I was doing a football game.
I saw Tony do something I've never seen him do. He went for a second jacket at halftime.
Little play fake, quick screen, near side pass complete to Pratt, and Pratt with a big hit takes it down to the 16-yard line, 3-yard pickup.
Dangerous. I know they completed that and they got a few yards, but those defenders, not one but two of them, were within 2 or 3 yards of that football when Pratt caught it. And one of these times they're going to just jump the route and say, the heck with it. If I got a man there behind me, I'm going to take a shot, and they got to be really careful.
And the winner to take on Owl Clippa, the number 2 seed next week. Clips with a bye tonight.
The thing I don't understand, Brian, is they're running the football pretty well now.
2nd and 8, just a 2-yard gain on that last play.
I mean, you got Hooper in there. I think I'd give it to Hooper off on a little read option.
Over 100 yards rushing tonight is Hooper. Rod repositions him off to his left, takes the snap. They're coming after him, needs to get rid of this one. And Rod, with a man in his face, will get sacked back at the 30-yard line. Great penetration there from Jacob Hilton to bring him down for a 13-yard loss. Wow.
Hooper missed a block. Hooper did not pick up the backers coming in on the blitz.
That's the difference. You bring in a guy to play tailback for the first time last week. Right. And he might be a great runner, but sometimes doesn't pick up those blitzes all the time.
He gave the old to Rod. He kind of pointing his chest, saying, "My bad, my bad," and that's just an unfortunate miss there. But they're still not dead yet. They gotta, now they gotta pick up. They gotta pick up some yards here to get a field goal shot.
3rd and 20, 4 wideouts in the game, 3 to the far side. Hooper to the left of Gallagher. Rod takes the snap, in trouble, setting up the screen. Look out here, pass incomplete. Intended for Keandre to Shields, almost intercepted by Jason Shawcross. Wow.
Those passes look easy because he's only throwing it 10 yards, but he's backpedaling. He's got a guy coming across the field, a guy coming in. And now what do? I mean, you almost got to take a shot at it.
It would be a 47-yard field goal.
Oh, yeah. No. I don't mean that. You got to take a shot at going for it because you can't punt.
That's what I'm saying. It would be a 47-yard field goal if they would try that. 3:26 left. Play clock down to 14. You got some big play, wide receivers looking for one here.
Why not throw it down the field? Even if it gets intercepted, you got –
4th and 20. Rod hangs in the pocket, looking deep far side into double coverage, looking for Keandre. Falls incomplete. No flag. Beaver will take over on downs.
Yeah, no flag. That was a good non-call there. Pratt's asking the official for a flag, but Nothing there. Two good defenders on the play, but that was worth a shot for the Mustangs.
I agree.
Throw it down there.
The Bobcats will take over now from their own 29-yard line.
If you punt it there and you go in the end zone,
they gain 9 yards.
Yeah, right.
Again, the Bobcats going into the wind right now.
The Bobcats ready to go. The Mustangs just kind of getting, back on the field. The Mustangs do not look ready for the snap.
Poopy in there, quarterback, inside handoff going to Hilton. Hilton across the 30, still going down to the 34-yard line. 5-yard gain for Jacob Hilton, who's had a big game tonight. Really has been their workhorse back tonight. That was his 20th carry for 119 yards.
Well, the Mustangs running the football down the field like they were early in that drive, and then all of a sudden they start throwing the ball everywhere. It just may come back to bite them.
2:55 left in regulation. Poopy again with Hilton off to his left, triple left set. Poopy takes the snap, looking near side, high pass, brought down at the 40, and then Hooper spinning out. Jarrell Leaper out of bounds. Actually, the 39 goes as a 5-yard gain. Should be enough for a Bobcats first down.
I would think they're going to give it to him.
And they will.
Yeah.
So 2:43.
Good football game. Good high school football.
The best games we've seen in a while.
Beaver, now the official coming over to talk to the coaching staff.
A sideline warning?
No, I don't think it's a sideline warning. He's over there talking, pointing. I don't know what he's talking about. The clock, maybe?
Clock is stopped. They're going to reset it to 2:45. They want the clock reset to 2:45.
Now they want to reset the clock. Not in the first half.
And the Bobcats need the time. Isaac Poopy now as they reset the clock to 2:45, working out of the shotgun. With Hilton off to his left, takes the snap, inside handoff. Hilton a good run here, breaking a couple of tackles. And Dan Carney finished him off at the 46, but after Hilton gained 7.
Boy, some good football, high school football being played now. That Hilton really running hard, and Carney come in there. Yorchek came in. Yorchek's kind of holding his arm a little bit, but the Mustangs are fighting and battling.
2:20 left in regulation. Poopy and the Bobcats still driving. Poopy takes the snap back to Hilton up the middle in Laurel Highlands territory. He's going to break it. Poopy inside the 25-20, and Poopy is going to go the distance. 54 yards for a Bobcats touchdown with 2:06 left in regulation, and that's a heartbreaker for Laurel Highlands.
Well, the only good news is for the Mustangs is he scored pretty early and gives the Mustangs 2 minutes and 6 seconds to work with, and big extra point here.
That was the issue, Steve, with the Mustangs crowding the box so much. If Hilton got past that initial first line, as he did there, he was able to take it all the way for a Bobcats touchdown.
Now the big issue is they didn't finish that last drive when they had a chance to, really steal the momentum of this game.
Now Masters for all important extra points. Comes back, and the Mustangs with some good pressure, and he hit the upright. Masters hit the upright. So the lead's at 6 with 2:06 to play.
That could be
Buckle
big.
up for a heck of a finish. We're back in 60, 27-21 Bobcats here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
The high school football season is here. Donnie Arthur's Buyers Market, Connellsville Street, and Uniontown Mayor Bill Gerke are teaming up to cheer on our local high school football team. Bill and Donnie are proud to support our local districts and wish all the players, cheerleaders, band members, students, parents, and teachers a successful school year and football season. Don't forget to stop by Donnie Arthur's Buyers Market on Connellsville Street before the game to pick up your favorite snacks, drinks, or sandwiches.
The Rooster's Roost, just off Morgantown Road on Francis Street near the Uniontown Shopping Center in the old Eddie's Tavern location. Pizza, wings, chicken, pasta, salads, hoagies, sides, and more. It's all at the Rooster's Roost. Dine in or take out. Phone 724-320-2244 or order online at theroostersroost.com. Stop in the Rooster's Roost today.
2:06 to play. Masters to kick off after the 54-yard touchdown run from Jacob Hilton. Capped off a 4-play, 71-yard drive. Took 1:14 off the clock. Extra point, no good. Little squib kick here. Carney picks it up at the 30. Dan Carney at the 35. And Carney still on his feet. Takes it across the 41-yard line. Another nice return there, Steve, from Dan Carney.
Yep, pretty good. And you gotta get the Mustangs now. They got it at the 40-yard line. And it's not time. I don't think you really need to run. I think you need to let Gallagher kind of run around a little bit and make a play. I mean, it's time for him to do, get out and break free.
You have your full complement of timeouts left as well. 60 yards in front of Laurel Highlands. Gallagher out of the gun. Hooper to his left. Triple left set. If you have a big play, now's the time to use it if you're Laurel Highlands. Inside, handoff, going to Hooper, and a minimal gain, maybe 2.5 there. Football will be placed just across the 42. And the clock rolling. Again, have to watch that right now. Mustangs going no huddle, getting reset here on the near side. 2nd and 8. Rod again repositioning Hooper off to his left. 1:40 left in regulation. Rod takes the snap. They're coming after him again. Rod out to the near side on the scramble, directing traffic. Points a man down the field. He's trapped. Rod now back to the far side. Somehow he's still on his feet. Throws on the run. Into traffic. It's caught. Caught there by Jaden Pratt, who takes it down to the 20. One of the most incredible plays that you will ever see. Wow. And that was all Gallagher, Steve. All Gallagher. 1st and 10 for Laurel Highlands of the Beaver 20.
Got to control yourself. You got to keep playing.
75 seconds left. Mustangs reset. Snap goes back to Rod. Inside handoff going there to Hooper. Hooper had a little juggle, held onto it down to the 10-yard line. And I think he's going to be just shy of the first down as we go under a minute left. And we have a Bobcat down. Bobcat down on the field. UPMC Centers for Rehab Services injury timeout. Brought to you by the Centers for Rehab Services, the leaders in physical therapy. Visit physical therapist Jim Burns on Wayland Smith Drive or call 724-437-7500. The Centers for Rehab Services. Relief is closer than you think. We'll step aside for a quick 30-second timeout here. 57 seconds left in regulation. 27-21 Beaver, but Laurel Highlands driving. We're back in 30 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Did you take your medications this morning? Apothecary Pharmacy now offers Apotipacks. All your medications come in pre-sorted packs organized by the date and time you take them. From seniors to caregivers to parents whose children take medications at school to travelers, Apotipacks helps people know when and how to take their medicines. It's free to make the switch from bottles. Call us at 724-437-7801. That's 724-437-7801 to get started with Apotipacks. Ask us about free delivery.
Nicholas Oliver was the injured Bobcat. He's off the field. Laurel Highlands 2nd and 1 from the Beaver 10. Rod takes the snap. Inside handoff, Hooper. Hooper with the save. Breaks a tackle the 5, and he's in. And we're tied at 27 with 49 seconds to go. Hooper's 3rd touchdown of the night from 10 yards out. Now an extra point from Harry Radcliffe could give the Mustangs the lead. What a back and forth game tonight, Steve.
Keep your wits about you now. You got to get this extra points big.
Harry Radcliffe had the one field goal blocked earlier. 3 for 3 on extra points. And here we go for the lead. Clean snap coming back. Radcliffe will send it through, and Laurel Highlands has a 1-point lead with 49 seconds left, looking for their first playoff win in school history. 28-27 Mustangs. We're back in 30 seconds here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of SWGI Specialists, extending best wishes to our Fayette County teams. Our providers and staff all live locally and are committed to fulfilling the digestive health needs of our community. We encourage everyone at age 50 to get a screening colonoscopy because preventing cancer is the best way to fight cancer. Call 724-437-7677 or visit us at swgispecialists.com.
49 seconds left in regulation. Laurel Highlands up a point, 28-27. 3 touchdowns from Tajai Hooper tonight. The last one a 10-yard run, capped off a 4-play, 60-yard drive. Took 1:10 off the clock, but there's still 49 seconds left on it.
Well, if you're Radcliffe, you made the big extra point. Now it's time to kick one out of the end zone. You got the wind behind you. Don't give him any chance to return it. Just boot it. Put the old right leg in there and send it over to the concession stand.
Beaver 2 timeouts remaining. And Radcliffe, you're right, Steve, sending it deep. It'll go back to the 1-yard line. We'll get a run back here from Isaiah Ramsey. Ramsey on the near side, flag on the play, and Ramsey lost the football. Mustangs will fall on it, and Laurel Highlands has recovered. If the flag's on Beaver, Laurel Highlands will win it.
Well, it has to be on Beaver.
Dan Carney recovers the fumble. And Laurel Highlands should have the football here at the Beaver 31-yard line. Bobcats 2 timeouts remaining.
Dan Carney on the kicks today, on the special teams. He returned a couple. He gets the big fumble recovery.
And the penalty against the Bobcats, it's confirmed. Laurel Highlands will have it here at the Beaver 32. And they're 42 seconds away from their first ever playoff win in school history. And the Beaver faithful, Steve, they're making their way out.
Well, they're cold. They're got to be, they're all walking out now. Look at that. They're all leaving.
How big was that missed extra points from Masters?
Well, it's
right off the upright. We'd be tied at 28 if it wasn't for the missed PAT. And again, Beaver does have 2 timeouts remaining, but only 42 seconds left on the clock. The Mustangs can run it out.
Why are they even running the play?
Gallagher from the shotgun takes the knee, and now a flag comes down.
False start. Either way, you just got to snap it to him and let him fall down.
What a special season for Laurel Highlands. First winning season since '96. First playoff appearance since 2015. An illegal procedure there against the Mustangs. Now looking for their first playoff win in school history, earning it here on the road at Beaver High School. Aliquippa will wait next week. This has been one of the best high school football games, Steve, we've seen in a long time. I'm going to push it back here to the 36. 38 seconds left in regulation. It's 1st and 15. Surprised you just don't get under center here and take a snap.
No. I think I like it better. They already fumbled one snap.
Correct.
Tonight.
Yeah, it was Chambers though.
And you know, here's the thing: they don't do it very often. It's not like I'd say 90% of the plays that they run are out of the shotgun, and I just can't believe they don't have another 2 players back there with him as
protector backs. Yeah.
Well, just to make sure he doesn't fumble it. You know what I mean?
And I think Beaver, did they decline the penalty?
Yeah, because it makes it
They'll be second and 15. And now are they going to wind the clock? There was a penalty, but no timeout taken. And it was a dead play, so the clock should wind here. Unless Beaver's going to take a timeout. Beaver coaches have already left.
If they decline the penalty and they don't call a timeout, then the clock has to keep running.
Correct.
Right. And I wouldn't snap the ball if I'm Laurel Highlands until they start running that clock.
They want an extra second added to the clock at 39. Surprised at that, worried about a second. They want 39 on the clock. How do they get 49 on the game clock?
Well, but either way, they're going to run.
The touchdown from Hooper was scored with 49 seconds left.
They're going to wind the clock. So, wait, Rodney, why are you snapping the ball? The clock was running. What are you doing? What's going on?
Yeah, there was no reason to snap
Rodney,
it there.
you got to watch the clock.
And now Beaver's going to take a timeout.
Now Laurel Highlands calls timeout.
No, Beaver took the timeout. I think they just pointed the wrong way.
The clock was running. It started.
It should have never been respotted a 49. You had the touchdown scored at 49. I know what you're saying.
49 seconds, and the clock started to run, and they had 25 seconds on the play clock.
Correct. Let it go all the way down. Yeah.
You got to understand. You can let the clock go down to nothing. Take a penalty, and then snap it again.
Yeah, the position on the field is a non-factor at this juncture of the game. You're up 28-27. You have the football. And now Beaver 1 timeout remaining, but Laurel Highlands, it should be 3rd down then, right?
No.
Because did they decline that initial penalty? And then you just took another knee.
I don't think the last play counted.
So it should be third down. Unless they're saying the first play never happened. And they have 2nd and 16 everywhere, so we'll stay with that. But it's actually, Steve, 2nd and about, line of scrimmage is the 42. You need the 21 for a first down, so it'll be 2nd and 21. 45 seconds left on the clock. And now they do have third down on the board, and they're going to run a play.
Why?
It's going to be a handoff here
Stay
to
in
Hooper.
bounds.
Got to stay in bounds, and he does, down to the 35-yard line, and Beaver will take their last timeout. So somehow Beaver has gotten this down, Steve, where it's a 4th down for Laurel Highlands, and Beaver is going to have an opportunity to get the football back if Laurel Highlands doesn't pick up a first down, which should have never happened in that situation.
Well, I'm telling you, why Rodney, they snapped the ball, that was the key, because the clock was running, and he snapped it too early. He cost himself 30 seconds. Because there was 40 seconds on the play clock.
Beaver might want to get their coaches back in the press box.
I mean, this is unbelievable. If the Mustangs somehow, still
it's 4th and 14. So do you go for it here for Laurel Highlands?
I wouldn't punt.
Too many bad things can happen there.
Too many bad things happen on a punt.
And again, the clock will stop if Laurel Highlands does not pick up a first down with a change of possession.
I would let Gallagher run around and throw one deep.
Because no matter what, the clock's stopping.
Correct.
So Beaver's going to get the football back if the Mustangs are not successful here on this 4th
Probably
and 14.
With 30 seconds left.
Line of scrimmage, the Beaver 34. They need the 21 for a first down. Rod takes the snap, rolls far side. And Rod in some trouble, stepping up. He's going to look to run, and he'll be brought down here at the 29-yard line. So, Steve, Beaver has the football back.
Should have never happened.
With 28 seconds left and no timeouts.
Yeah, it should have never happened, though. They should have never. The Mustangs made a cardinal mistake. That's a mistake that should not happen.
You got to put a lot of guys back deep here. Back deep here just to prevent a big play.
Yeah.
And you have Ringer and Poopy in the backfield. Now they're going to split Ringer out. So you've quads to the right, 28 seconds left. Poopy takes the snap. Poopy hangs in the pocket, and Poopy looking deep across the middle, and the pass falls incomplete. Josiah Santiago was the intended wide receiver, just shy of midfield. Hooper in coverage along with Carney. 23 seconds left, 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats from their own 29. Mustangs up 28-27. And it's just absolutely amazing that Beaver has the football back. After the game should have been closed out and then some from Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, just you need a calculator. Somebody needed a calculator on that sideline and get somebody. They should have been screaming at Gallagher not to snap that football with, 30 seconds on the play clock.
Here we go, 2nd and 10 from the 29. Poopy on the far side, man in his face. That was Tucker. Poopy gets out of it and is run out of bounds close to the 35, but a 5-6 yard pickup there from Poopy will bring up third down. They did not stop the clock. Clock is still rolling. And now they're going to stop it. And the clock's been a subject of conversation all night long, Steve. I'm sure they'll reset it here. I'm going to put 21 seconds back on the clock. And you'll have third down at about 6 from the 33. Going to reset the clock back to 21 seconds. Here we go again, 3rd and 6. Game won't end. Poopy out of the shotgun. Poopy, quick out near side, pass complete, and here we go, a little trickeration on the little scoop back. Their initial reception was made there by Porto, pitched it back to Ringer, who ran out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
You're telling me that play only took 5 seconds?
It's going to be a first down. First down at the 40.
He dropped back to pass, he threw it, they lateraled it, he ran out of bounds, and it only took 5 seconds.
No, 16 seconds left. Poopy out of the gun, quads to the left, the wide side of the field. Poopy a pump fake, steps up, looks near side, single coverage, pass sails incomplete. Santiago, the intended wide receiver. Hooper in coverage. The amazing thing is, Steve, this place cleared out for the most part. About half the fans left, and Beaver still has the football with a chance to win it here with 11 seconds left. They have 60 yards in front of them. Going empty, quads to the left. Poopy takes the snap, 2nd and 10. Quick screen, near side, going here to Santiago into Laurel Highlands territory. Are they going to rule him out of bounds? They will. Clock stopped. Now it's rolling again. They will stop it here with 2 seconds left at the 46.
4 seconds.
And they're going to reset it here again. Every single play, they've been going after the clock operator. It's going to be one play to decide the game, and they got a shot here, Steve, from the Laurel Highlands 46. It will be a 1st and 10 from the Mustang 46-yard line. And Poopy out of the shotgun. You have Ringer in the slot right, trips to the far side, and now Laurel Highlands is going to take a timeout. Make sure they have the defense set with 4 seconds left, 28-27. Mustangs take a quick 30-second timeout here in the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
At Uniontown Printing Press, they are more than T-shirts. They are about you and everything you love. And they are local. Operated by Mookie John and Kenny Musco, they share the passion with your group, club, or team, the excitement you have for your event or cause, and that makes your business stand out from the rest. Uniontown Printing Press believes that custom T-shirts do more than just make you look good. They help you feel good and inspire you to do good. Call Uniontown Printing Press at 724-366-7095. That's 724-366-7095. Are you down with UPP?
Back here at Beaver High School. Of course, I have to thank Mookie John. Did a lot of hustling for us this week, getting us some video sponsors, including the Uniontown Printing Press, Landsea Academy of Dance, John & John attorneys at Laurel Highlands School District, Laurel Highlands Athletic Department, the Laurel Highlands Football Boosters. Mustangs looking for their first playoff win in school history. One last play here for the Bobcats.
You don't have to worry about field goal range now. You just got to stop them from scoring.
4 seconds from the Laurel Highlands 46. Poopy to the far side on the screen. Complete there to Gibson. Gibson staying with it. Old trickeration on the pitch back. And now it's the old Cal Stanford play. They still have it alive. Here on the near side of Porter. Porter's at the Beaver 35. Porter stepping up. He'll send it back on the far side. That's going back to Leeper. Leeper now with a pitch back. It rolls back now to Liam Gibson. Gibson's all the way back to the 25. Gibson with a pitch back. No one home. Ringer needs to get back on it. And actually gets a little help there from Leeper. They're still with it. Back to Ringer on the near side, and they'll finish it off as Pratt with a tackle on Leeper. And that'll do it. Zeros on the scoreboard clock. And Laurel Highlands wins their first playoff game in school history, 28-27 over Beaver. And boy, it took a lot there, Steve, in the closing minute.
Yes, it did.
Everyone out there celebrating on the Laurel Highlands side. And give both of these teams a lot of credit for the effort tonight. And the Mustangs, they have another game, Steve. Aliquippa next week. They won't play it at the Pits. Being told likely either at Hopewell or possibly at Geneva College, and a Geneva alum, Rich Colasar, the Mustang head coach, with a little handshake of Beaver head coach Court Rouse. What a game tonight. Laurel Highlands a 28-27 win over the Beaver Bobcats. Stay tuned for our postgame show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer. Comes your way next year on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 58th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 58 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. proud to support local high school sports.
Lansing Academy of Dance offers a fun learning environment for all ages and ability levels. Owned and directed by Christina Lansing John and located on South Beeson Avenue in Uniontown, Lansing Academy of Dance offers classes in ballet, jazz, tap, acro gym, pointe, contemporary, lyrical, hip-hop, and ballroom, all at very reasonable prices. Lansing Academy of Dance provides a professional, positive, and friendly environment